All right, you guys, I feel like we just got done doing an interview that's currently rolling right now on the YouTube channel, but man, there's some things that have happened that we got to address. So, Mr. Cuban Link back for another one.
What's up, y'all? PANDA. What's up, my man?
How you doing, bro?
Chilling. Just chilling, man. Over here. Watching things.
Yeah. Lot to talk about.
Well, let me first say, congratulations to S1, you know what I'm saying, for doing that 15 stretch, you know what I'm saying, and he's home. I'm glad to see a brother home from my heart, you know what I'm saying. I'm glad that he's safe. He's good. I'm glad to see the brothers together, him and Hocus and Dollar. Shout out to the whole family. So it's nothing but love over here, you know what I'm saying. So I watched the interview that was
All right, so since you started there, okay, let's just start there then, all right? So S1 being released from prison after 16 years pretty much. I think it's 15 years and 9 months, right? So shout out to him. We got an interview coming soon enough, you know what I'm saying, when he gets to settle down. I know you got a lot of things to take care of.
It's funny, I hit him up. I hit him up, I think it was yesterday we was talking, right?
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday, even though he came home like probably 2 weeks ago. But Kano was I was talking to Kano on the phone, and we talking about S1. You know, shout out Kano. He was talking about when S1 came home. I was like, yeah, I seen when he came out. I seen him. You know what I'm saying, when they had the footage when he just came out of the jail. And I was like, and he was like, he spoke to him and he was good. You know, he's doing all of that. He answered it back in IG. And I said, why can I get in touch with him? You know what I'm saying? Like a number or whatever, because I didn't have no numbers. And he told me I hit him in IG. And I was like, word? So he'll hit you back? I said, all right, cool. So I went looking for, I didn't even know he had a page. And I went looking for it, and I wrote him a message. Basically what I'm saying here. Congratulations, and, don't let nobody fool you out of your freedom again. On some, just to stay safe, stay positive, and get on the right road and do your, make your dreams come true. Basically, keep doing your thing. And as for me, I'm still on my shit that I do. Basically, as far as like the situation with the music, but nothing but love. And I just wanted to shout him out on that, because we didn't get to talk in a minute. And there's nothing else to say, but what I'm saying, my apologies for not really going to see them. I didn't see Hocus. I didn't see S1 in 15 years. He's 100% about that. I didn't see my man GQ. I didn't even see my man GQ. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Q, let's set it up like this. So S1 and Hocus, they did an interview on the Uppercut podcast, right? Shout out to From the Soul. He's doing his thing, where they spoke about you and Hocus falling out over the whole Joe stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did you think about what he said there?
I feel, it's valid to him. I know he's speaking the truth. That's how he narrows it down, where, that happened. Listen, I have nothing to say about that. It's like, you saw what you saw, you felt the way you felt. Obviously, I understand it. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like Hocus, when he was talking about that he had his man Percy in the next cell, and they was both facing life, and he saw Joe come to the jail and give Percy some love. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And he felt like, yo, why? Because I put myself in them shoes, and it's like, word. Why Cuban didn't come? And that's kind of a heartbreaking situation if you felt like that on that situation, which anybody, I think, would feel like that. My excuse was my apologies first, because I know there's no excuse really that could, deal with that. And, I had some legal issues myself. If you go back to that period of time, like I said, I was being reprimanded by the courts to, stand trial or something. And you know, I wasn't available to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I was on the lam, so to speak. But I did leave my what I thought was my other brother was in charge of my communications with them, which was Gilly. You know what I'm saying? And Gilly.
Nah, Q, don't say it like that. Don't say what you thought was your other
shut
brother.
Up, shut up. I say shut up. Stop. Because you don't know nothing about this. I'm trying to tell you, shut up. Be quiet, in other words, and let me speak, because at the end of the day, this has to be said, because it's a narrative that's been going on, like, you know, the communication factor, which is a big fucking factor. You know what I'm saying? And it was countless. After they got locked up, it was countless conversations with me and Gilly that I told that Gilly knew my situation with that. Gilly understood what it was going, because, you know, Gilly was right in the middle. He was going to court cases and everything. I couldn't show up for the reasons I told you why. But Gilly's my other half. So I thought, you know what I'm saying, where I know he's going to keep my motherfucking name right in there and make sure that they get my love. You know, they get that connection and they get explained what was going on at the time. You know what I'm saying? For them to say that the communication was lost, where it was never it's almost like never Cuban tried to reach out or nothing, you know, that bothered me, because it's like, I know that I should have made it and went over there. But like, in the Hocus case, I couldn't make it. There's no way I could have without getting in trouble. Now, S1's, he did a far longer stretch. So there's no really excuse except that when I seen Hocus come home and all of that, I know I felt like, you know what I'm saying, he felt a certain way that I ain't going to see him. Because he could say no, but it's still, in the other hand, he's still, you know what I'm saying, he's still going to give an opportunity for the other side to infiltrate. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, probably my fault, because he felt that I didn't have no love for him in real life, like I do. You know what I'm saying? And that was the case. In the sense of Remy Ma, and we could go back to Remy Ma. When I was with Bang Bang Boogie, I was wearing a free Remy shirt. I never went to see Remy either, but I was with her through the trials and tribulations in the beginning. But I never went to see Remy. So then what Remy did, as soon as the last months of her bid came around, she went with Joe. I just seen a pattern, you know what I'm saying? It was a pattern of that. And then we never talked to Cuban again. No shout outs from Remy, even though I gave him mad shout outs on social media. Bang Bang Boogie, I represented her. Before the trials, I represented her. No love at all. You know what I'm saying? Emotions all cut. It's not fuck Cuban, but it's fuck Cuban when she came out. Now, here goes with the Bang Bang Boogie situation. We're doing the same thing. And, you know, sort of the same thing. But not sort of the same thing, because Hocus still said what's up. He gave me love. You know what I'm saying? I just knew there was something tainted in that part of him giving me the full love like I knew Hocus. Which is, you know, it's understandable that he would be mad at me that I didn't go see him and all of that. I didn't know that was happening in jail where, you know what I'm saying, you know, with the Joe situation and all that. And I wanted, if I go to see you, it's because I love you. And I'm telling you, I couldn't go see you. And I couldn't go see you. And you know, and my father did a bit, like I told you before. He did a fucking 7-year bid. I went to see him once. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm an asshole with that. I know I am. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't have them brothers in my mind. I don't love them the way I do, the way I feel about them. Because, you know, them brothers stepped up to the plate when no other motherfucker stepped up to the plate. The whole Bang Bang Boogie movement. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that to the heart. And I even asked them in the beginning. I was like, my nigga, you know, y'all don't got to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not the type of nigga that, you know, I didn't come over there telling me, oh, you got to back me up on this Joe shit. I'm on my shit, because I'm on my shit, and it's always personal. And them brothers just like this, no, we got you, Q, we got you. And you know, they show me that love and support, and I see where, at the end of the day, like if I didn't show up in a visit or something and go check up on them, they will feel a certain way. But they said they was young kids at the same time. They didn't know what type of, you know, how serious it was and all of that. They said that. So that's why now they grown up and they got their mind straight and they They make their choices. You know what I'm saying? And act as if, you know what I'm saying? That's not their beef, which is never their beef. I never asked them to take part of it. I appreciate it on a real, personally, that, you know what I'm saying, they did that. But a brother's been going through some shit too. You know, it's not a simple situation as it looks, and it's not simple at all, not to diminish the fact that they did 15 years. That's one. You know what I'm saying? Still consider him my little brother. Them boys gave me fucking energy when I was out of energy. You know, when I joined Bagman Boogie, they gave me the inspiration to write because of the movement, and you know, they gave me backbone too. They supported me. You know what I'm saying? And I supported them 100. So yeah. So I apologize for definitely not going to see them. Like I said, I got my man GQ that's doing, you know, 60 years, and I ain't gonna see him yet. Talking on the phone. I understand, like, that's what I'm saying when the Gilly situation. I understand how Gilly couldn't, you know, put me on a three-way with them, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he get a call, because he was my connect to Hocus and Dollar, and that's one. You know what I'm saying? So was AWOL. Like, AWOL was there with me. I took him under the wing with me because that was Hocus' man, and I wanted to let Hocus know, like, you know, I don't have no connections to Hocus at that time, or as what, but, you know, AWOL did. And it was countless. Every time the nigga hang out with me, yo, send Hocus my love, send this, that to Hocus, yo, how they doing? Like, asking about them constantly. And AWOL was with me for a whole, almost fucking 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's Hocus' best friend at the time. Then it was Gilly, that was my man, that was in there with the courts and all that, helping, you know, the situation. Bam Bam Boogie's manager. So, you understand? So it's like, if Gilly was there so close with them and being, you know what I'm saying, a shoulder to lean on and all that, and being there for, Gilly in that situation is supposed to represent me, just like I represent him. In business, I represented him everywhere, in the streets. That's what I'm saying. How did he get that message that Cuban don't care about them? You know, I understand I'm not there physically, but how can he get that message or that feel that way when Gilly was supposed to be my one? My dog was supposed to bark and bite for me when I'm not there and represent. Now, Cuban, love you, my nigga, because that's what I do for them. That's what I do for him. So that's what I'm saying. So that meant that communication line should have never, ever been broken. I never had a problem with Gilly until recently, when I seen him laughing when, you know, like Hocus was saying and laughing about it. And that's another thing. Hocus, you know, when that whole situation happened, he took a little bit of sides there. You know what I'm saying? He was making fun of my shit. He was putting LOL on the chats of the Hova nigga saying, oh, you know, he be knocking niggas out. Yeah, he put toe-to-toe playing. And, you know, he making fun of me. You know, Hocus was there laughing. And Goya checked him on it. Said, Goya, he said, Hocus, that's not right, man. What's going on? And the nigga said, yo, that's my nigga too. Hova's his nigga too. We grew up together too. And Cuban is my nigga. And he played it that low. He played, you know what I'm saying, both sides there. And I expect him to do nothing, but I don't expect you to laugh at me. I don't expect you to be like, say, yo, Hova, you be knocking niggas out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Extra throwing the gas on it. That's why I say that he was mad that I ain't go see him in jail. And if that leads you to do that, then it is what it is. But no love lost. You know what I'm saying? I understand how you could get caught up in shit like that. I would never do that to Hocus if something like that would happen to him, even if I knew the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? I would call him, make sure he's good and whatever. But they felt a certain way about me already. It could have been the conversations that I had with Percy inside with Joe. It could have been a lot of things. I'm just saying it goes deep. That's how my mind works. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I still felt proud of them brothers. I still felt proud when, you know, Hocus did his rabbit hole. You know, in the clubhouse, and he was moving up, and he was positive on that note. I'm still applauding from far. I see my son was doing his thing. I'm applauding from far and everything. Because it doesn't affect them that Joe has a problem with, you know, with them. Or he, you know, he doesn't have a problem with them. It affects me. It affects me because my mind is not going to change for that until that motherfucker do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But it's not up to them either. It's not for them to take that weight on their shoulders either. But you see how serious it was when, S1 said, yo, he had death threats and all that. That's how we was living for real, because it was that real. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real situation between me and Joe. It's just, some niggas is gonna be there. When I say for me, I'm talking about selfishly for me. Like, it's good to have niggas that, they're on your side and they show you they're on your side. You know what I'm saying? It is. So in that same, catch 22, they could say that I wasn't there when, he did his 15 years. I'm talking about S1 really. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. And I could only apologize. It's nothing ever, deliberately that I meant to not be, my absence there was like, I didn't even think motherfuckers really was even, when I seen that from Hocus, I was like, their mind is not really on me. You know what I'm saying? They got bigger shit that they're going through, and they don't want to hear from me. I don't want them to get caught up in shit either. And probably in there, when I'm talking about they taking my side, I don't know that situation. I lost contact with Gilly, you know what I'm saying, because of the shit that they know it's been going on because of how I feel too. So that line of communication is over. So if you my man and Gilly is there, if you love Gilly, you gotta love me. That's how I felt. Because I know my man's gonna represent me right, just like I always represented him. So when it's obviously he stopped doing that. You know what I'm saying? So he felt a certain way about me now. That's Gilly. So now Gilly, he showed me who he was. And that's all. You know what I'm saying? I had situations like this happen too before, when I told you with the Figueroa nigga when he went to level. He over there changing niggas' minds, but yet smiling in my face. They turned the whole fucking syndicate against me, and I'm over here like, but when it was too late. So in this situation, I went through things like that. You know what I'm saying? I depended on people to do certain things, it should be natural. And love should have been natural. But I guess it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why it makes sense when I see, Gilly putting LOL also, when they're making fun of me. You know what I'm saying? Make fun of me on that video. We put LOL. So, that's all. So the situations like that made me believe that, hey, it's not no real love like that. It's love, but it's love like just an acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? Acquaintance love. Like, okay, we just here in this earth, and then, yeah, we had a thing together, but it's cool. We got to move on now. They grown up, and they blame that on me like I'm not grown up. And, I just think the way I do, and I move how I move. And like I said, there's no excuses for me not going to see S1 for that. But, you know what I'm saying? I wish nothing but the best for them. Nothing for the best. And they telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking through their eyes, I see it. But they just skipping a little bit of how would you feel if, the foot was in the other shoe? That's what it is. Because I put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, I would have felt like that too. But I still would have gave it, because it was never a game for me. I was real with it. They just didn't know how real it was, you know what I'm saying? As far as that, me and Joe. And if Joe could convince you that he was right in the situation, or you could trust him, then, that's on you. And that's it,
Can I interject now?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I know it's a really sensitive topic with you in regards to those things. I think that your response in this situation is a lot more mature than that interview where you did talk about Hocus and Gilly previously, right? Where you were really upset about that situation. Because now, like, I feel like you...
That's because I didn't tell you this part. This is the part that I'm trying to tell you, that I felt a certain way. So I was on radio tomorrow. Fuck them niggas. They don't got no love for me. But I still got love for them. Like, I'm still...
Right, but what I'm saying, though, is that you're able now to see it through their eyes of why they may feel the way they do. But you're vocalizing it now, though. You're vocalizing it now, and you're also sharing how you feel.
I apologize to Hocus on the phone. I'm saying, I'm sorry, my nigga. You my nigga. I'm sorry. I didn't have, I had excuses, whatever. There's no excuse that could even... There's no excuse, especially for S1. That's 15 years. So, yes, I take it. I'm an asshole with that. I don't go visit shit. I do. I have a lot of problems also where, certain things that I'll be on point with. You know what I'm saying? And, but that doesn't mean that Cuban love is never, it's still here. It's always been here. And I'm sorry that the communications did get lost. But I've been going through some shit too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no excuses though. A letter or something. I understand that. So, right. You know what I'm saying? We do get caught up. I did get caught up in out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. So I apologize to that brother. And I wish nothing but the best for them, both of them, as a family too, because they look good as brothers, man, doing the interviews. And shout out to Dollar, you know, a real one. So I got love for them, man. Still, man, it's just, you know, we get caught up in situations where, you know, sometimes we forget. That's all.
I know in the past you said that, like, if you were in that position of being locked up, like, you don't really expect people to come check in on you or all that stuff. But I don't know,
it's
bro.
out here,
like,
it's out here, and niggas don't do it. So imagine.
I don't
my
know,
mother,
though, bro,
my mother, my
like,
sister. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Family.
Okay,
member.
well, for example, if you got locked up and I didn't call you, I didn't go check in on you or put
I'll
money
probably
on
tell
your
you
books.
to stop calling me. I'm the type of nigga. I'll probably tell you to stop calling me, my nigga.
Nah, you would feel some type of way about me not doing that for you because of how we've built together and how close we are. You would feel that some type of way.
But my guilt inside that I know I didn't visit other niggas, I know what I expect.
Right.
That's what it is. I know that. But I did. Those I did. Look at Corleone. I visited him through his 22 years all day. More than anybody. And he came out and he still went and betrayed me. You understand? So at the end of the day, it's like, you do and you don't. And it's not for that I'm doing it. I'm doing it for genuine love. But I did that before. You know what I'm saying? I did that since I was fucking 15, I was doing that with people. I hang out with nothing but criminals, my nigga. So I know we know what we do in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get caught. Not saying that, you know, it's an excuse, but, you know, we know sometimes we be gone. We got to go. And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm talking just because I'm talking, but I know myself. And I wouldn't expect nobody to come see me except my mother and my sister. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, but then you would expect me to put some money on your books, right?
Not really. Not if you don't want to. I'm not a beggar. I never ask for. If I ask you, it's because I'm doing, you know, because it's me and you doing something.
Right, right. No, but still, though, I think that I owe you that
if you
much.
Don't want to, you
I would
don't have
owe
to.
you that much, though. I would owe you that. Well, what I was saying is that I think that you're taking a more mature position on this, and you understanding where they're coming from.
Well, this has always been the foundation motive of it. It's never been, you know, without me saying things like I just told you, that what I expected from Gilly, what I expected from AWOL. Like, them niggas failed running the point right there when it came to the love that I was showing them. And that transmission was cut off somewhere between there. Because they knew I couldn't go see them because of the situation I had. And S1, he got a more valid point because it was 15 years and I have no excuses then.
But could you have given, like, them a letter to give to Hocus or anything?
No, I never sat down and wrote a letter. Remember, we have phones and shit, man. So that's the era of phones, and we started rhyming rhymes.
I know, but I'm saying that you could have did that, right?
You could have did a little bit more. We did a lot more. We did a lot more. So that's why I apologize. Those are my brothers that I felt.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You're taking accountability, my bond with them, and that's important.
From the beginning, my bond with them was for real. It was never fake. It was really love. We spent enough time together. Like I said, there was a spark that I needed, and, you know, to get my motherfucking motivation up again. And they played a part in that, the whole Bam Bam Boogie. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them brothers, man. And they went hard with me. You know what I'm saying? And nothing ever transpires.
Yo, Q, can you tilt the phone up a little bit? No, but that's what I was saying to you, is that, like, I know the brotherhood was real, right? So then, like, when they got locked up and you didn't come see them or didn't call or anything like that, I know how it is where people are at the lowest points in their lives and they feel like they're going to remember who was there for them, you know? And even a 5-minute conversation or something like that.
And the way they speak about me is still love, because it's still love over here also. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I respect that. It's no love lost. It's just that, you know, they know they're with my enemy.
I just wish, though, no, but listen, I just wish that you and Hocus could have had a real conversation about when you didn't go see, and he could have divulged that. I do kind of feel a type of way, because I know he keeps saying that he doesn't, but in a way he does. In a way that he does, right? And I think that it's a sensitive, right? It's a sensitive topic for you because you're being compared to Joe. Right, because one of the things that he said that
because I know I just know the situation they're in, that they could get manipulated like the rest of the people when they're around Joe. Manipulated in the sense that now I'm the enemy, or I'm the, you know, or, you know, say, and I don't even want to get to that because, you know, men are men. We make our decisions our own, and, you know what I'm saying, niggas know better. Gilly could have seen that happen about that situation, and he could have spoke up. So that means what? Gilly is what? He's vulnerable now too. He's vulnerable to being like a nigga that's still with me through all the wars and everything. And then now, since I'm whatever not around, or I'm not in a situation where, you know, in the business savvy situation. Now he's getting second thoughts too of the choices he made.
I don't think that, Q.
I don't think that either. But now I gotta say
I think
that
Gilly
because
loves you so much, though, Q. I think Gilly loved you
all
more
right, listen
than
to me.
anybody.
Let's stop talking about love. Let's stop talking about love because I figure like love is a whole different thing, you know, thing to me. Just like they figure love is a whole different thing to them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we can talk about how much love we all got. Just like, you know, like I'm saying, they don't have to take my apology. I apologize because I know that's bad. If it happened to me, I'll feel a certain way. But like I said, I'm not the type of nigga to expect none of that visit, none of that, because I know how that situation is. And I also know when I did go visit, how niggas betrayed me. So I know that. And not because of that, not betrayed or nothing. It's just because I know that, you know, some people use me almost sometimes as a tool.
I know, but you can't apply those situations to this situation though with Hocus.
Well,
and
no,
S1.
but I got evidence of things that happen even if you do and when you don't.
Right.
I got both sides.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like I told you, I got it with Remy. I got it with Coleon. I got it with other niggas.
Well, before we get into the Remy situation, right? But with the thing with Hocus, one of the things that he did say in that interview, right, was that
and Gilly's supposed to know better than that. Is what I'm saying because he knows I've been through that. That's what I'm saying. Gilly's supposed to know that. He's supposed to be my liaison in that situation. A nigga speaking for me, for CLK, for Cuban Link. Is supposed to be twin brother. You understand? And when it's not like that, and if it's, you know what I'm saying, if it's not like that and they're not getting the message right, they feeling a certain way about me or they say, yo, what Cuban at? That nigga's supposed to come back and tell me, yo, niggas want to see you, Q. Or put the pressure on me on some shit like, yo, my nigga, remind me. That's Gilly's job at that time. He never did that. You know what I'm saying?
Q, but how do you
So,
not know that they want to see
you? It's my fault
you?
at the end of the day.
How do
It's
they
my
not know?
fault at the
How do
end.
you not know they want to see you though? You guys built the brotherhood. You should already know that, right?
Because they're going through a situation where maybe less spotlight on their situation is better. I mean, Cuban Link going, not even for Hocus. I told you I couldn't go with Hocus. I couldn't go for Hocus. But for S1 that he did 15, there's no excuse for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't mind out of sight. I'm a nigga been going through a lot of shit on my own. Nobody helping me over here. I feel like I'm dolo in this world too. I feel like I'm locked up over here too. And nobody's reaching out to me. I felt like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get mad at like the faces and even nobody give a fuck sometimes. Nobody give niggas.
So you know what it feels like to feel abandoned or forgotten about, right?
Yeah, that's why I could tell you that if I go to jail. That's one of the feelings
that people have when they're locked up because they
exactly. I know I can relate.
Right.
The lost for the world. That's how I felt out here. When everybody just getting away from me, you know, the money's gone or the cameras and lights is off. Now they all spread out and left me. That's how I felt too. So I feel like I'm in jail too. When I try to go do something, you know, a business move, I know I get shunned out. So it's a lot of things that a nigga go through too. So all I could do as a man is say, my apologies for not going to see them brothers, you know, so when they was in the hard times. And, you know, they could act like it don't hurt, but I know it hurt because I know if the love is real, it's going to hurt. But I just didn't want that love to hurt those so much that you go to my enemy and be acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the same as me. Like it's not. That man is not the same as me. And you know what I'm saying? And he got more opportunities, I guess, over there. So it's a win-win for them. You know what I'm saying? If they play like this neutral shit. So it's okay.
I think that the situation with Joe is so sensitive that whenever you are compared to Joe, you take things a lot more personal because of that, right? Because one of the things
because he trying to make me look like I'm the bad guy to my own niggas that spend time with me.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And I know his trickeries. And he uses other people to get to other people. So I know his trickeries. I know his manipulation tactics. I know what he tries to paint to niggas that was around me. And now it's like, oh, I'm the stubborn one. I'm the one that didn't grow up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that... And that bothers me, especially when it comes from somebody that spent time with me and should know certain situations. And if, you know, it's one situation that Cuban did that's my fault that led you to go over there to that side, then so be it. But you know what it is, man. It's deep like that. And like I said, at the end of the day, my apologies to them brothers goes sincerely. It goes from my heart, and for the best wishes for them. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, you know what I'm saying? It's about them. They was locked up. They have to think about themselves and be selfish about who's, because you know you be between them walls and them getting them bars, and you by yourself. You feel. I'm just saying. I felt like that out here for more than that 15 years. You know what I'm saying? More than 15 years, because at the end of the day, look what happened. You know.
But I think that because of what Hocus said on the podcast with him saying, like, real dudes go see their people, right? And he said that Joe went and saw his people with Percy. And when you're being compared to Joe, it makes you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, it means like, you know, it just means like, damn, the time we had was from the bottom up. And I know at the end of the day, like, you know, I know my worth. I know what we did when we did. I know our potential. I know how the group Man Bang Boogie was rocking. You know what I'm saying? It was from scratch, and it was from us coming up together again. Me coming up again, and them, you know, getting their first shot. So, you know, it was a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Terror Squad, like I said, look, they didn't go to jail or nothing, and they betrayed me regardless. They had to take for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Those niggas just betrayed me regardless. So I do got my guards up. You know what I'm saying? I do expect, if it's real, for you to check with me before it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did something, like if I did something personally to fuck that friendship up, then yeah, I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I'll take accountability for it. But I know I never did nothing personally except not visiting them and making them feel like Cuban doesn't love them. And, you know, that's not the truth. I really always got love for them brothers. Like I said, what they mean to me, I wouldn't be saying this if it didn't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But I felt the chain of command there between AWOL and Gilly, those communication lines was broken. And I didn't break those communication. They did. You know what I'm saying? They did. And Gilly, to me, hurts more because, like I said, it's supposed to be my bro. He's supposed to be speaking for me there. When I'm not there, he's supposed to be my voice. So you put yourself in and left me out now? That's a snake move to me. And that's how I can say it. I can say it because, you know, you're talking about walking around when they see Gilly, they see Cuban. Yeah? So what's up? Why ain't see Cuban there? Why ain't put me, you know what I'm saying, to my brothers? I mean, you knew my situation with the whole, you know what I'm saying, Frankie situation that I was going through. Why you didn't explain that to them? Why you didn't explain to them that the Jehovah shit, when I punched that nigga in the mouth when he was 18? And then that happened. Because niggas was talking reckless about me about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just got snuffed in something. And it was like, you know, trying to play me out like that. So Gilly knows all of this. You know what I'm saying?
But how
like
do you know
man,
that he didn't explain any of that, though?
because they would have said it. They would have understood it. They would have been like, oh, all right, Q. They real niggas like that. Real niggas understand shit like that. Oh, I understand. Yo, Q couldn't. He couldn't. Like, he really couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
I think that if
That's
the line of
I'm
communication,
not for Gilly to make an excuse for me or some lying shit. Just tell him the real facts. So I figured he was talking more about himself. Or, oh, forget about Cuban. Oh, when he was with the pure hats. I was still wearing pure hats. There was, you know, Hocus was locked up through all that. The pure hat, me and Gilly had still communication. I was, you know what I'm saying? Still have communication. He's probably feeling a certain way about me from then already. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to him on the phone all the time and all that. So I don't understand why that communication of my love towards Hocus and S1 got forgotten about. Because I always used to talk about them on the phone with Gilly. Always used to talk to AWOL about it.
look, from what I know, from what I believe Hocus told me before, right? Gilly did communicate those things to him.
Well, then maybe he did it in a way that I know that it tainted, you know, it didn't hit where it's supposed to hit, like we spoke about it, you know, because my whole intention is always was to help in any way I could, was to be there whenever I could, and be friends. You know what I'm saying? Some friends, they fuck up, you know what I'm saying? But once, you know, you set a line, you cross also. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't give a fuck how much money in the world, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that I know something about, or, you know, Nigga Joe uses other people to change. Like Rich Player is a bozo. Straight bozo. But remember, they even have their name in their mouth. It's like, man, them niggas got gas by the bozo shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them niggas. And I don't understand, they come with gifts and they come with open arms because they're extra friendly now that I'm the enemy. They make me look like I'm the main enemy now. I'm and it's like, okay, yo, forget about Cuban. That nigga he gotta go nowhere. Come with us. It's like, I see it like that.
You're going all over the place right now. Okay, let's reel it back a little bit, okay? With Gilly, you can.
Oh, you got it. You put it all together right now. And
Just listen. Okay?
I know about.
Just wait. Okay. With Gilly, I do genuinely think that man loved you and he held you down and he had your back.
Okay, you can think whatever the fuck you want to think. You can think whatever you want to think. I know what I know.
I know, but niggas
that love you, niggas that got love for you, niggas that ride or die niggas that you show them through years of fucking putting fucking blood, sweat, and tears that went through the struggle, was on top of the world. Niggas like that, they're supposed to act different. And that's why they're not by my side right now. That's why. You ask yourself why. Why Cuban is alone. Because these niggas ain't built to go to this length like I am. With this mentality, with this, with this attitude, with this way that I think.
Well, what is this in regard to? Is this in regard to riding against Joe?
It's in regard to the mission of everything.
Of going against Joe or no?
Be each other's crutches. That's it. Be each other's crutches. Speak in a situation when I'm not there. Speak for me, highly of me, like I speak of you, like I'm your brother, for real. Don't let nobody say, oh, that nigga Cuban foul. He didn't come see me. No, right there, be like, nah, don't worry about it, my nigga. Cuban's gonna go see you. That's why I'm gonna make sure of that. He'll make that alert to me and be like, yo, Q, even when I'm lost over there, he'll bring me back and be like, yo, we gotta make time to see these brothers. Because I don't think it's important like that, because I got more other shit in my head. So that's what I'm saying. If he's my real brother, he's supposed to do that to me because I do got love for him, and he knows I got love for him. So if I'm shunning him by mistake, I make mistakes. And life is just life. I got motherfucking thousands of problems. That's not just going to see my brother in jail. Like I told you, I got many motherfuckers in jail that I ain't go see. I love them, and I wish they would, they come out. But I'm on my mission too.
But
and
otherwise, you've actually called on the phone, though.
But they're not on my mission. You see how, regardless of what happened between them, fucking lines got disconnected, they feel a certain way. They on that other side now. They cool with the other side. I can't trust that other side. The other side got nothing but bad intentions for me.
But Q, the other people that have been locked up that you did not go see, you called on the phone, did you not?
Holy shit.
You called them on the phone, though, right? So you at least kept that line of communication open.
What?
With like GQ, with other people that you've known that have been locked up, you at least called them on the phone.
They got my number, yes. Right, they exactly. Call. That's why, how the fuck did they didn't call me? How did Gilly put them in a three-way like Bourne does? My man Bourne puts me on three-ways with everybody. My other niggas put me on three-ways with everybody. Why couldn't Gilly do that with me? If that was the case. If there was, you know what I'm saying? Why? So I'm not getting a desperation just like alert from Gilly, like, yo, they're not mad at me or whatever. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, when I think about it, I'm like, I didn't go see my brothers. They're going to be mad at me. But Gilly would have told me. Or Gilly would have put me and patched me in. Because he got all the numbers. Gilly got all the numbers. I don't got no fucking numbers.
But did you ever ask Gilly for any of the numbers?
Don't need to. That's my brother. He's supposed to know that. That's the trust I have with him. That's what I'm saying. That's where it's slacked up at. That's where something went wrong. Something went wrong. So whether something was in Gilly's ear at the time, which he didn't think it was that important, it is what it is. It is what it is. I never forgot nothing. I've been on my own mission. Y'all all see me. So I hit all that extra shit. You see me on my own mission. And Gilly had access to me all that. I went to Gilly's house. We spoke. Never came up to me about, they feeling a certain type of way about you. Never. And, once again, I'm expecting Gilly to do that, but it's my fault at the end of the day when it comes to the big scheme of things. I take the responsibility.
Okay, we can agree on that.
What really happened. Know the details. You know what I'm saying? Know the details. And that's what it is. I'll take responsibility and I'll take it to the chest. It is what it is. I didn't.
We can agree on that aspect of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
right.
I definitely understand that. So I got nothing but love for them at the end of the day. Like I said, I gave you a rundown of how they played out. and you know how valid y'all niggas feel my word is, and I'm telling y'all niggas the truth. You don't want to believe that, or you know, it is what it is.
Okay, so one thing is that you kind of felt the type of way when Hocus decided to squash the beef with Joe because he didn't tell you
No,
beforehand.
I felt a certain type of way. I felt a certain type of way with Hocus when that Hocus shit happened.
But you didn't feel no. I thought you said you felt the type of way that he didn't tell you ahead of time that I'm gonna squash it with Joe.
And he didn't tell me that right. I expected a little bit.
But if you had kept the line of communication open with him, right?
Then what would I do? What you? I'm gonna tell him, yo, don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with them.
No. If you had kept the line of communication open with him, don't you think that he would have felt?
I'm not even gonna tell nobody not to fuck with Joe.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's not my thing.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you had kept that line of communication open with him all that time, don't you think that he would have felt like he owed you that more? That yo, let me holler at Q.
Yeah, but he still had to see. Like, he had to see his day one. He still had to see Percy back and forth and Joe in the visits. He still had to go see that. Still had to go see that. Even when I would have went, that was still happening. So what it was gonna be? It's gonna be me go see him in a visit. Joe or something, you know, worst scenario, set me up one day, I go on a visit and something happens where we have to close the jails down because something happens.
Q, don't do the wild imagination thing. Don't do that.
That's not wild imagination. That's nigga, that's how real it is. That's how real it is.
So you saying though that if you had went to visit Hocus at that time, somebody would have set you up. I'm just saying
it could have happened. It could have happened. He had Percy. That's Joe's man.
Yeah, but
so
Hocus
at the end of the day, I could have went on a visit.
That,
somebody would have probably said something. Well, had me timed up. You know, it would have been a fucking crazy ass fucking war in there. But it happened before in Rikers. What are you talking about?
Right, but I'm saying that Hocus wouldn't have anything to do with that.
And it could have happened to Joe too. It could have happened to Joe too. It could have happened to Joe too on a visit.
Right.
If I would have went. That's what I'm trying to say. It could have been a lot crazier shit happened. And I don't think they would have needed that. You know what I'm saying? Not to find another excuse. But I'm just trying to tell you things that could have happened. But the main thing is the connection between Gilly and Hocus and S1 and Doc. That was it. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the concierge.
Okay, can we leave Gilly out of it now? Can we stop?
You need to stop. You need to stop with the fucking defending people. You're making me look like I'm wrong.
No, I'm not doing that.
Like I'm the one bringing Gilly. No, he's in this. Ain't nobody gonna be no. If you won't go there with me, and they gave Gilly a big shout out. Gave a Gilly, oh my brother, that's Gilly. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it because it's like Gilly, damn. They said when you walk the streets, nigga, they see Cuban Link. How they see Cuban Link? They're not seeing Cuban Link when they see you in the streets, nigga. What the fuck did I do to you but rep you all day and never had no real shit except, you know, this internet shit where you got caught up in some internet shit that I ain't like and you talking shit about me. Let's not even go there. Don't come with that shit. I know what the fuck is going on and I move how I move for a certain reason. So if those that don't understand and niggas is lying to each other about other things, Cuban is still the same nigga, man. I expect certain kind of, you know what I'm saying, chain of command, and I expect that. That's like you would expect from me, you know? But at the situation with the jail incarceration, and that's once again, that's a whole different subject. He's a total percent right to feel how he feels. All I can say, I'm sorry, my brother. I'm happy that you're home. You know what I'm saying? I wish nothing but the best for you. Keep doing your thing. It was a beautiful experience. Where we got together and you was one of the illest and you still ill. I just heard your new shit. Still ill. You're still one of the illest fittest. Keep doing your shit, bro. You know, Cuban is on his own journey. And that goes for everybody else, man. You see what happened, but don't act like there's no excuses or there's no way, no back, like no back fucking story behind how I move or how I determine things. That's all. And you know, like I said, man, I never made y'all ever say don't ever fuck with Joe like that. But you know, once you fuck with somebody and I'm trying to put you up on a point, maybe it's not the beef is not against you. They're gonna come to you like that. They're gonna come to you with, oh, our beef is not with each other, it's with that nigga. But they make me and it hurts me. You know why it hurts me? Because that's when now I look more wrong. Because now my people I used to fuck with, they're over there and they're making me look wrong when I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, whatever, I ain't gonna see you. Now you big up Joe, or like he's family like me. It's a whole different
previously
package.
One thing I did tell Hocus previously is that I wish you guys would have just kept it about the topic about the disagreement about
That's what
the
I felt,
things.
that he was mad at me. That's what I felt, that he was mad at me. I don't know if the enemy told him some lies about me, maybe.
No,
You know
it
what I'm
started
saying?
to
That's
go
what I'm
into a
saying.
more personal thing where the whole thing was, oh, Joe spent this amount of money on your album, or this
And it doesn't
happened.
matter. Listen. I can see they amped up. They want to do this business move, and as far as like the music, and keep on doing their thing. And it's probably best for them not to be, enemies with Joe. It works in their favor, and I can't fault them for that. That's my problem. I never put it on them ever. You know what I'm saying? I move how I move, and that's all. So they say they got love for me, and I got love for them, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to know why the situation happened, is that infrastructure that happened. That was the things that happened for real. But I got none but love for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Just don't hate on me. Don't act like you're not hating on me when you're hating on me later on, when the niggas be like, okay, because that brother has that fat nigga don't got no good intentions for me, and you can see it through history. You can see it through history how the nigga, he sets up things and he makes it look a certain way for me. And I spent years trying to fucking fight that shit off, and it's getting me caught up in it. And you're right, it's about my talent. It's about getting my music, and that's what I'm trying to do instead of the
They
story.
showed you mad
That
love
hinders me.
as far as your talent. They did say that on the
I know they
podcast.
did.
Yeah.
I know they did, but I care about the brothers. That's why I owe an explanation. So that's why I'm explaining it. You know what I'm saying? I'm explaining it because of that reason. And I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just telling you the true story. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
Gilly's position,
you kind of
he
are
should have did
blaming
something.
Gilly a little bit.
Well, I'm blaming Gilly through my eyes. But in the end, it's my fault. I ain't do it. But, you got a team for that reason, right? You pick up what somebody's lacking at. That's what I'm saying. I think of that in lyrics, and I think of that in real life. And if you're my brother, you speak up for me on my behalf, because you know where my heart is at all times. I never showed you a snake sign. I never show you I don't care about Hocus and AWOL, the same thing. That's Hocus' brother. I showed that nigga nothing, but I told him, send that love always back to Hocus. Tell him I miss them niggas. I don't know if they was relating the messages now. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they was relating the messages how I felt.
All right, can we move on from
Because they
this?
wouldn't have had that, they wouldn't have had that attitude. And maybe they would have had the same attitude, it don't matter. But I know they wasn't, because they fell out of my picture. You know what I'm saying? So they fell out of my picture. Gilly and AWOL, them niggas, they fell out. You know what I'm saying? So obviously something went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And Gilly's laughing. You know what I'm saying? When niggas is just making fun of me now. A brother that would have got mad back in the days, he would have got mad at a nigga even doing that to me. He would have checked him. Now he's laughing along with me getting punched in my face in a video. LOL. And he's making it blatant too. A nigga that don't like the internet. He doesn't like telling stories. And when he got a chance to tell a story with you, that's a 30-year-old story. Yeah, it's a 30-year-old story that you could fill in the blanks a lot, nigga, because you was my manager. You was my role manager. So you knew the finances was going into our pockets, into Joe's pocket. You never broke that down. I actually do that. You see where he was robbing Pun at. You see where he was robbing Cuban at. And you see where his double dipping was. He had more shit there, but he don't want to talk about it. Why? He don't want to be in the middle of it, huh? But he likes to play the background like like he's not in the middle. Come on, man. I want to respect that. And that's it. That's it. But I'm not mad at all, man. You know what I'm saying? I owe them brothers, like I said, an apology for not doing that. And I said that. They don't want to admit it, that I didn't go see them. I hope they understand that, I still got love for them. You know what I'm saying? And the best wishes for them. Best. Salute, man. Your boy Cuban Link.
Can we get a Bang Bang Boogie reunion? Everybody put the ego aside, or if you got to have 5 minutes to fight, then put it aside. But I wish you guys would just do that.
It's not about fighting with them brothers. It's not about fighting, man. It's more like loyalty. Loyalty. It's about groundbreaking shit that we did. It's about a movement that was started almost like Terror Squad. I was involved in. Bang Bang Boogie's the same type of feeling to me. And then look at it now. Like, people in position, like I said before, people in position. Like, all that shit happened, whatever. And if they talking about growing up, we started off with, 5 niggas. Really 6 with P.O. And, they're in position, like I said, Mice is in position now. So if it was real like that, and Hocus is in position now with, as far as like the social media and the positions in the game, they could really be, if they ever believed in Bang Bang Boogie, they could have been like, oh, let's do it now.
Hey,
You know what I'm doing now.
to be fair, the interview I did.
Not saying that I'm going to do it. Not to say what I'm doing, but I see where it's going. I see the division that division and conquer. What the devil does.
No, but Cuban.
I even had to stop an argument between S1 and I mean S1. God bless you. Hocus and my son. I had to step in and be the mediator and say, "Yo, nah, it's love, brothers, it's love." I was trying to put that down.
What are you talking about?
So when they had a little argument, they had a little different, when Hassan and my son was going at it, and Hocus got in the middle, and Hocus agreed with Hassan Campbell and stuff like that, and Mice and them, was talking about it. I had to be in the middle of it behind the scenes and be like, "Nah, y'all brothers, man. This is Bang Bang Boogie." You know what I'm saying? And I had to listen to both of them. I'm not going to disclose what we both said to each other, but
right.
I was the glue there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it was like, that's where really my heart is. Linking people up, unity. But you see how the division.
But Q,
you see division everywhere.
Q, to be fair, when I did the interview with Hocus said that he was open to the Bang Bang Boogie reunion. You were not open to that at the time.
No, now it's because now it's understood. Remember.
So can we do it? Is it possible?
No, we can't do shit now. I'm just trying to tell you that this is what it is.
Why can't we do it?
This is what it is. They doing their thing, like I said. I'm going to do my thing. Not because I want to be with them, because they more lit than me. The fuck out of here with that. They are in good positions. They're happy. I see them with their family. That puts a fucking smile in my fucking.
Would you just fix the damn camera from falling? What the hell?
Listen, shut the fuck up. I got a lotion bottle behind it trying to fucking.
Oh, that's when you getting ready to jerk off.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Listen, they're happy with their lives. You see, Mike, he's happy with where he chose to be in the political world and doing what he's doing. Hocus is happy with the rabbit hole and his what he's doing. S1 is happy right now. He's energetic. I don't want to come between that. I don't want to revisit no past shit with them. They have moved on. And it's cool.
Q.
Move on.
What if they all start getting on a song, they hit you up and say, Q, we need a verse. You telling me you would not go lay down that verse?
I'm a dispatch Jordan.
No, you not. No, you not. Stop,
I'm a dispatch Jordan. They can't take it out. They can't take it out.
Stop, because you know what? Because you.
Oh, fuck you. Fucking lotion.
Would you just fix the fucking camera? Damn, man.
I can't. Fucking God, shut the fuck up.
No, you won't, man, because you know what? You have not dissed him in years on a track, and you refuse to.
I moved on too. It's not like just they moved on. I moved on too. It's just my movement is not with Joe. I moved on from it. I seriously moved on from it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my thing. I'm happy too. It's what I was going to get to say, But, you look at the past and it's funny how the past keep repeating itself. And when I say that, it's not me repeating myself or my words. It's the past actually repeating itself or the infiltration of what's been going on throughout the years. Why this fat nigga wants to make my people like his best friends? Why do he do that? You ask yourself that. And then why do my people, after a while that they've been there and they, behind them, like next to Joe, why do they don't go, damn, but why is still like, you know what I'm saying? Why Joe doesn't let go either?
Okay, but in regards to them, right? In regards to them.
I'm talking about business side. I'm talking about me putting out my talent and stuff like that. I just explained to you how this nigga moved and what he done. But everybody's cool with it. But I haven't done those things that he done. I haven't stolen from my brother. I haven't been the one, under scrutiny for mad fucking suspect actions that he does in the street. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man.
But what I'm saying, though, is in regards to everyone else, right? If they don't have a personal beef with Joe, then can you fault them for wanting to squash that and move on and be mature, grown adults in that way?
Not just squash it, but having a relationship with him or being a part of the business, no problem with that. No problem with that. But when you start saying that, rich player, my nigga, rich player is a faggot nigga that try to fucking double cross me. That rich player is as dirty as a motherfucker too. They try to disrespect me and try to infiltrate my crew so Joe could do something beyond inside my circle. I explained that story. So for this niggas to be like, those are niggas that try to set me up before line me up on some shit. These are bitch niggas that I confronted in clubs and niggas run from me. These are niggas that I'm talking about. When they start saying that, I'm like, how the fuck they got to change their mind? Them niggas is great snakes. Like, I'm sorry, like, the rich player niggas, Joe, I know, you know, he's a King Cobra. But the rich players, he got some fucking vipers and everything because them niggas changing everybody's mind about me. And I'm like, how could a real nigga get changed about who I am? Regardless, I have my faults to it. I might not have seen you, went to see you in jail, but my nigga, when it comes to everything that's honorable that you ever needed from me, I'm there for you, representing you. I'm here. If I could. And if you don't want me to, fuck it. Don't worry. You don't want to associate with me. I'm the Black Cloud. If you want that to. Just let me know and you keep it funky. And they do. Hocus and S1 keep it funky enough that they're telling the truth to what they feel. I want to let it be known that. I got love for them young brothers, man. And I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. They have a story that's crazy. You know, and like I said, I appreciated them when they rolled with me from the get-go. And then they have to get on it because I never asked none of them to get on it. I even questioned them, be like, yo, y'all niggas sure y'all want to rock with me like this? And they say, yeah. So it was a serious situation. It's still serious with me. And, you know, so that's just the way I feel. Now I can't be as useful in the industry as Joe could. So that's a plus for them. So I hope they're happy with that. And they, you know, because it's true. You don't have to carry my beef. You don't.
Well,
they don't.
Well, Hocus said
just the actions of
Hocus said that he forgave you for what happened.
But if you didn't forgive it, then yeah. I understand. They could call me a piece of shit.
They didn't say that, Q. Come on, man.
I say they could. I grant them the fucking shit. They could call me Cuban's a piece of shit. He ain't come see me. But do it like a brother. You know what I'm saying? Do it like a brother. Now it's like I'm splitting my friendship with him and Joe. I mean, with me and Joe, like with them. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't split no fucking friendship. That's all it is.
All right. So, well, shout out to S1 and shout out to Hocus, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm still not giving up on the Bang Bang Boogie
and
reunion.
The rest, man. The barn out there, man. The barnyard, you know what I'm saying? Where we started off at and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Soundview Projects, Castle Hill. Nothing but love for y'all, man. Always, man. They know who I am and they know what I'm about. And like I said, we was trying to live our dreams here, right? Try to get this music done. We are real artists because we love this music shit with a passion. And that's the main thing, man. You know what I'm saying? When it gets to the personalities and how, you know, things happen, it's a whole different story. But I just want to make sure that y'all understand that this is my view of it. So maybe you can understand why I feel a certain way about certain times. That's all. And maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, you are crazy.
I'm crazy. I'm a real crazy nigga.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm real and I stand by what I say. And I could apologize when I'm wrong. And I can sincerely say I'm wrong sometimes. And ask for forgiveness. And you know what I'm saying? And your partner in that. And when I'm right, I go twice as hard, though. When I say real shit, like my friends don't fraternize with the enemy, that's for real. And they don't have to be where they have anything in mind. There could be a mistake, something they don't even know they're part of, and I get caught up slipping. And then it's like, oh, nobody knew nothing. No, they don't. I told you. I'm the one who told you that's going to happen like this. But once again, it's Cuban link against the world, man. So my path is to do it the way I do it. And you need to stop shaving your eyebrows, you fucking prick.
I don't shave my eyebrows.
You look like you shaving.
No, I don't at all.
Maybe it's your fucking head too big. They shrink it. But that's all it was, man. And shout out even to Lord Tariq. I know we blame certain things of what happened. There's a lot of things that happened. Bang Bang Boogie got his own fucking story, just like Terror Squad got. I was fortunate enough to have another fucking crazy novella with Bang Bang Boogie. That was another Bang Bang Boogie novella. So it's different chapters of my life. And you know what I'm saying?
I'm pissed off that World Star Hip Hop won't let us watch those old videos that are on there. Like the post is still there, but if you try to click the video, it won't play it because I see the old videos there talking about when the Lord Tariq and Rick Ross situation happened and, you know, other stuff, people being
vocal about that. Shout out to Lord. I don't know where he's been. I always had love for Lord. That's another relationship. I had Puerto Rican in my album before Bang Bang Boogie.
Yeah, I think
When
that
I had
his
my
verse is
24th
my
day.
favorite verse on that song. That shit was crazy, the way that he came.
Yeah, man, he bodied that. So my relationship with them, Peter Guns and them, but go stretch back, man, way back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was feeling a certain way when that shit happened with Rick Ross. And that's another story. But it's always love, man. Always love for all them brothers. PL, rest in peace. That's my fucking bro. That's the nigga. Him and Gilly was the ones that gassed me to fucking join Bang Bang Boogie.
Right.
So, you know, I appreciate that and I rep that shit. I always got love for them.
Shout out to Gilly.
I just don't want, you know.
Shout out to Gilly.
I don't know. No, I can't say that right now.
Oh, come
Let Gilly do his
on.
thing. Let Gilly do his, you know, be pure at heart. And maybe step up one day and say real shit. And as far as like stay where he stay at, instead of going being in the middle and neutral and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he should know where the fuck this foundation is at. But I guess time and my actions didn't sell that point for him. So, you know, he keeps on doing it. And then when you got the strength, maybe you could know why I act that way. You could tell a story too, Panda. And why would I act like this? So, you know what it is, man. Anyway, nothing but love. Situation but actually bothers me, like as far as like, you know what I'm saying, that, and it bothers me because I know I'm guilty of not going to visit these brothers. That's why, and there's no excuse for that. But like I said, all I can do is say, my brothers, man, managed to make it on your own. I appreciate that. You have me in your mind and all of that. I appreciate you even when you was mad at me. You know why? Because I'd rather you tell me you was mad at me because you got love for me. That shit hurt you. So because it hurts me. You know what I'm saying? It hurts me that I didn't do that either. Now, you know, we get lost, like I said, all I can do is apologize. Lucky you're here. Other guys, you know, are not even around. So I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, God gave you the strength to surpass that journey in your life. And, you know what I'm saying, you're out here now. And the family's good. Kids is good. Everybody's good. So move forward. Do your thing. Anything I could do that I find logical between us and some real friendship shit, I'm still here for y'all. And that's it, man. You already know, man. Nothing but love for y'all, man. Shoot to the moon.
Remy Ma's son has been arrested for murder, right? What was your reaction when you got the news? Because I know that you knew him when he was young.
He was a baby when I knew him. He was like 5 years old. He was a handsome little kid, man. Yeah. I mean, that's a real bad situation to be involved with because of the guy who they, you know what I'm saying, allegedly shot and killed. And he was a big dog. And, you know, I just found out that it's this white boy on Instagram. I forgot his name. But it's this white boy. It's from Queens, too. I forgot his name. I want to give him a shout out. Just seen his video. That he said, like, the other guy, the accomplice of Remy's son, he was already in jail for the 2 bodies. He had 2 bodies already, the other kid.
Wow.
So it's like real hitman shit. You know what I'm saying? And they all happen around Queens, and these niggas from the Bronx. So it's like, wow, these niggas knocking niggas off, like, for, you know, hitman shit.
Because it's an alleged murder for hire. Alleged.
Right. So it's crazy. So it's like, but once find out that this other kid was already had 2 bodies with him in 1 year.
Well, did you see?
Yeah, he caught 3 bodies. He caught 3 bodies in 1 year, 8 months.
Did you see Hassan's live and what he said? Because Hassan said that
Hassan was going everywhere with it, but Hassan is related to every fucking body, boy.
So
I think I got
Hassan's cousin, baby daddy, is the one that got killed, right? And he was saying
I don't know the intricacies, but I just know that happened with the accomplice of Remy's son. His co-defendant is he already had 2 bodies. He was already serving time with 2 bodies. So if you put one and one together, he was inside already doing the body, and then Remy's son was outside. And then they got Remy's son later. I don't know. So that's already somebody's telling.
Well, but Hassan said that his cousin and the cousin's daughter
Yeah. I know you're talking about second cousin-in-law.
are really upset, obviously, because they lost the baby daddy.
And then you
And
see the zip with the drip say,
wait,
niggas
wait,
don't
wait,
want
wait,
no
wait, wait,
just
but they were fans of Remy, so it's even more like interconnected and weird, right?
yeah. The sins of the mother, the sins of the father. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Sins of your parents come and get you. And I don't know how the structure was between Remy and her son, but when they was together before she went to jail, they was inseparable. You know, she was there for him. His young mother trying to do what she was doing, having beef with Joe and all that shit, and then catching that charge. So it was a hard time for her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was there for support. Um, but
What was your reaction when you heard that, though?
I was sad, man. I was sad. I remember that kid's face. I was like, oh man, look at him. And he's a man now. You know what I'm saying? Still a young child, and my memories of him, and me like trying to put step in his shoes as far as like his life, how hard it must have been. You know what I'm saying? Still being in the hood and all that, being raised by, you know what I'm saying? Still in the hood, and his mom's in jail. So pick up a lot of bad habits there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's when usually kids go to gangs and they do a lot of bad things. You know, they angry.
Well, where
And
was the dad? Because
the dad. I remember the dad too. The dad is a thug motherfucker too. That nigga's a thug nigga. I think he was a blood back then. I don't know if I remember him right, but he was a cool motherfucker too. I fuck with him. I didn't see him in years, but he was a cool nigga too. But he was involved with the streets and stuff. So, you know.
because people were saying that Papoose was helping raise him when Remy was locked up.
Oh, shit, I don't know about that either. I didn't know. But I felt like, damn, man. But you know how easy it could be one of our kids, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we come from that situation. I'm happy. My kids is fucking, you know, the best in the world of me, as far as like, you know, how proud I am that they chose the right path. And, you know, they take the college situation, you know, route, and they're great citizens, and you know, they're model citizens. And you know.
Right, because as a parent, you want more for your child than what you had experienced, right? Like you don't want them to go through the same things.
And shout out to my baby mothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Both of them raised up. You know, my daughter is beautiful, and my son. But shout out to them because you know they take your kids away from you at the end of the day. And you as the father, you know, you gotta let that happen because moms, and they, you know, they moved away. So, but you know. Can't stop talking about my kids, but I'm proud I am of them. So God definitely was looking over me and my kids. So, you know, and you know, it's just sad because, you know, that's Remy's first too. So that's special always, the first. You know, that's a young prince, and I don't know if she knew about it.
Well, you know, Hassan was saying that like Hassan was saying that her son had already caught a gun charge prior to the situation of him getting locked up for this alleged murder.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And he
you know,
has a reputation of robbing drug dealers in the hood.
It could look like she failed them because she could blame the industry. Even it's 24/7, man. This industry game is fucking the music shit takes your splits families apart. It does. You know, the time you got to give to this music shit and this career shit, it's everything you have. And how can you share everything you have when your kid's not part of it? You got to make your kid's not part of that. I tried to do that, man. I tried. Believe me. I put my son in videos back in the day, Spot for the Dead.
I remember.
Still telling lies. I try to keep my, Pun did that too. Pun had his kids on tour and everything. Try to keep them as close as he could. You know, not everybody's built like that. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. And maybe the kid, maybe he didn't want to be part of that. He maybe wanted his own, choices. And he already was caught up in that game.
I don't think that's true. If what Hassan is saying is true, because he said that the kid wanted to be a rapper.
Oh, yeah.
See, and
then I don't know. Then I don't know.
If you look at the breakdown, though, right? Okay, so the kid was probably
love conquers all, man. If he wanted to be a rapper, Remy should have definitely took him under his wing and made that happen. You know, that's just what I'm saying.
But if you look at the breakdown, right, he was like about 6 or so when she caught the charge? Because he's
My
23
kid,
now.
my son is an incredible artist, but you know he gotta pay for what my sins are. You know, in the industry shit. So it's still that's why it's hard for him. So that's why I get mad even more because of the situation that I got. My son is the most incredible artist. My favorite artist is my son. I got a song with him in my new album called Cuba Bella. He killed that shit, and he's pop. He's like beyond hip hop to me. Like he's a musician for real. You know, he could do all of that shit. Plays the guitar, he fucking make beats, he spits rhymes, he sings, he do everything. You know what I'm saying? I could say one of the most talented kids in the whole Terror Squad shit. You know what I'm saying? Along with Chris Rivers. You know, my dream was to have them together and do something. Because I have both of them, you know, in my video and all of that. And it wasn't for nothing else but to like introduce them to the world. If they ever want to choose to be, you know, somebody out there in the music world, they have to get shot to and have footage of that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my dream too. But it's hard, man, difficult. That devil's in between everything. He divides and conquer all the time. And you know.
So if you break it down, right? Her son was about 6 years old when she caught the case, and she was gone for 6 years. So by the time she came back, he was like, no, 6 years from 2008 to 2014.
Okay, she got it. She got 7 to 8 though. So yeah.
But by the time she got home, he was about 13 years old, right? And she's been home for 10 years now. So people are asking, like I made a video and I asked, I was like, in the last 10 years, it's like you're a rich celebrity, right? I mean, we think that you're rich because you're making money with Joe and Terror Squad and you got your battle league and everything. So what is he doing in the hood? Basically, you got a better chance of giving him more opportunities than a lot of people do in the hood. So what is he doing in the hood?
I don't know the situation. I don't even comment on him. I don't want to think that a mother forgets about her son or a daughter or kids. I want to think that Remy just left them there.
No, I don't think that she just left him, but it's like it makes you kind of question how involved are you with.
And right now, and that's no, you didn't know this, but the bond, he's been locked up for a month. Her son was locked up for a month, and his bail was $500,000. So it's really 50,000 when you put a lien on it. I mean, you know, you pay the bail bondman. So why he's not out? Why he's not out? I'm sure they got 50,000, but Brother Joe got 50,000. So what's the reason he's not out?
Oh, so he's been locked up for a month, but we just found out the news recently? Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
He's been locked up for a month, and his bail is set $50,000. I mean, $500,000. He got bail, and he's not out. Or maybe he is out. He's not letting people know, but he's not out. I heard he's not out. That the dude, I can tell you, this white boy, I forgot his name, man. I forgot his name, but he's from Queens, man. I peeped this shit, and he was saying he was reading a newspaper. That's how I found out that the other dude had 2 bodies already. He was already locked in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's crazy. There's a lot of things that, you know how Remy does with her situation, her private life, she keeps it, you know what I'm saying? They do a good job of keeping it private. You know, with the Papoose situation when she you know, allegedly cheated and with Captain Block the captain. That shit wasn't
Captain
even, they never even spoke about it.
Block the captain. Easy
Whatever,
to block
the captain, you know, easy to block captain. So.
But you know what? One thing I didn't like though was when people were commenting and they were like saying, "Oh, this is karma for her cheating on Papoose."
Because the silence is golden. The silence is the part that people could now.
I know, but
put opinions there instead of doing what, you know, if you're not guilty about nothing, and you know that that's not true, you make this right here. You make this type of shit right here where the people can see you and they can hear from your own mouth, like, yo, that's not the way it went. This is how it is, you know. And usually when the silence happens, they learn that from the Joe, the Beluga-Nati. You know what I'm saying? He keeps his mouth shut and hoping for time to dissolve it. Time don't dissolve shit with real motherfuckers.
So you
know what I'm saying?
Do you think Remy is at fault at all for how the situation ended up for her son?
No, I don't think she's at fault. Maybe in a personal relationship with her son, it could be a motive for him to say that's her fault as a son to her, and how she felt him in a personal situation. But in a real, like, you know what I'm saying, world, as far as like, yes, She has well, she's the parent. She's the first teacher of the kid. So she taught him certain things that she didn't explain maybe in the backfield the right way. You know what I'm saying? Mommy says this type of stuff and she lives this type of life, but that's not the way this family does it. Like, I don't know if she had that talk with him.
But also her getting locked up for that shooting and stuff might have not set the best example either, though. You know what I'm saying? But I get it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. She's the first teacher.
Ultimately, so him being 20 years old at the time of the alleged murder,
but
right?
Kids always want to. Kids are hard-headed, man. Sometimes they do what they're gonna do. They do what they're gonna do. You cannot change them. Some of them, you know, they're drug addicts. They're gonna be drug addicts regardless. Some always gonna have a calling on. Our jobs as parents is, of course, to bring them as close to us and as close to the morals that we could teach them and guide them to the right places. That's what we could do. But if they choose what they choose, they're human beings.
Right.
So, you know, at the end of the day, it's that.
Yeah, it's just a really unfortunate situation, man.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad because bad. It's just bad because I see if you just kill regular people, not even to see, but I see if, you know, certain, but you killing like kingpins and shit like that, niggas that were loved, niggas that got, you know what I'm saying, power in the streets.
Oh, you're going to have a hard time in prison.
Hard time in prison, anywhere you go. In the streets too.
Right.
In the streets, you got people that love you, and you took that away from them. You know, besides the mother, the kids, their friends, their brothers that, you know, what I'm saying, that you don't have a problem with forever. You can't bring a life back. So that's the problem. Was the money worth it if you was a hitman? You know what I'm saying? So that's the job you took. You know, it comes with consequences. These are one of them, and that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I think that at the end of the day, it kind of makes you wonder, okay, like in life, we all have different blessings, right? Like you may be blessed in money and fame and everything, but if your kids end up catching a body or different stuff, right? Is it worth it? Because like all your time.
There's always been a saying, you know, so you look at my kids and you can tell me who I am. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they're part of us, is what I'm saying. The DNA is us, it's our blood. It's our hope, of course, for them to have the best future and be the best they could be. But they become their own human beings, man, at a certain time, and they make their own choices. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. You know. Well, it's best that he didn't get, you know, killed in the game that he was playing. You know what I'm saying? If death didn't come his way and he's still alive, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? So be happy about that right now, and be happy that it's just a mountain of shit to tackle moving forward. You know, with these judges, with the system and the streets, and now Remy's reputation is getting tangled in all of this. So she's getting a bad rep. You know, it's like past coming to haunt her again for her mistake.
Yeah, I just think that it's sad because she knows what he's going to have to deal with being locked up. She's already been there. And what, you know, parent wants that for their child?
It's even worse in a man's jail. You know that?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. But,
well, prayers go out to her family, man.
I
hopefully everything works out for the best.
Definitely my prayers go to the family, regardless. You know what I'm saying? If he's over there with the beluga natties. Doesn't matter, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Joe, write that $50,000 check if you haven't already, man. Come on.
But if he didn't do it yet,
that's your nephew.
If he didn't do it yet, I don't know what the problem is. Well, we know what the problem is, but I guess you don't know what the problem is. But maybe they want to teach him a lesson.
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't do that with a kid. Especially if he was innocent. He was innocent, and then he got caught up in some shit because some other nigga dragged him along with it. That nigga would have been out right there one day. I don't give a fuck why, but I would have had to go get it. I would have probably went back there for robbing a bank and he coming out.
Right.
But you know, it's just bad. It's sad, man. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? I wish them the best and hope they get through this as a family.
Yeah. So one thing I spoke to Bullets Gotti about in our interview, right, Well, and he apologized to you. Remember that? So,
Yeah.
was the rumor that Hocus lined Remy up to get her face cut. Now, I don't think that Hocus did that because he don't strike me as being foul like that. But I told Bullets, like, it's irresponsible to put that kind of information out, you know, not knowing if it's true or not.
It's not true. It's very, very, very irresponsible.
Man, roll the clip. You don't think that it was irresponsible for you to put that on him? To be like, yo, he lined up Remy Ma knowing that could get him touched?
I mean, me personally, I would say it was irresponsible, but then again, he done said things that I was like, damn, like where that coming from? Like calling me, I've got a tranny porn. I don't have no tranny porn. We're gonna talk about that though.
Right.
But I don't have that, you know. But he said these things. Now, these are people from his neighborhood that are saying this. You know, they are going on YouTube and comments and on channels like DVD Era and other platforms saying this. This is not me saying this. This is.
And he said that people from Castle Hill told him that, you know, that's what happened. And I spoke to Hocus, and
that's around the time too. Remember, I got my face sliced too, so I don't believe in coincidence. So I got cut in a club. Then later on, probably I think she got cut in 2002 or something like that. 2001. I got cut in 2001. Then the next year she got cut.
Oh, really? It was like when.
Remember, she's the one who helped me after Jimmy. She's the one who took me to a car and took me to the hospital. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And she was having beef with Joe. Remember?
Not at 2002.
She was also having beef with Joe.
Not in 2002.
Yeah.
No, 2002. She was still with the squad.
She was.
Yeah. It wasn't until. Remember, it was like after Lean Back. Like
even Charlie Rock said Joe got her face cut. Remember that?
I don't know about that, bro. Nah.
Yes, he did. Charlie Rock said shit. Charlie Rock said, if you go back in the archives, or maybe it was his show, where he implied that Joe got her set up to get her face cut.
Yo, turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Nah, but
so. I'm just trying to bring you back memories, check my memory, how good it is. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what I heard Charlie Rock said. I heard that was a rumor with that being something that, you know what I'm saying, in Castle Hill, where I think it was just a rumor on the street for a minute. And that Hocus had something to do with it or something like that. But we couldn't nip that to the bud. Like, it was never, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I spoke to Hocus, and Hocus said that Remy knows who did it. And that he definitely didn't have anything to do with it, right? But Lean Back didn't come out until 2004, and she was on that with Joe. I think they didn't start beefing until like 2006, 2005, around that time. I forget exactly. But you remember there was that old diss track where she sounded younger. Not the one she did with you for a Moment of Truth. It was an older one where she said, Liza, I really want to see the kids. You know, Cuban, I'm going to get back all your publishing. That one with Tony on the hook, that was an older song, so I don't know, but
Lights Up.
Yeah, there you go, that one.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Willis Gotti is irresponsible with his mouth, man. That's what I know. That nigga say a lot of shit that he lied on me.
Right, but I told him that. Don't you think it's irresponsible? And he said, "Well, why doesn't Hocus tell people from Castle Hill to stop saying this stuff?" You know,
he defended it with that, but it's a tit for tat shit. But he doesn't know how real it could get. That's what it is. You think you can play tit for tat with certain people, and you say things that other people tell them just because they tell them. Nigga, you use your common sense, and you say certain things. You got to make sure you got some evidence on it. You can't just say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking dangerous. And he's not like he's the toughest guy ever. They caught him. They went in his pockets on camera back in the days. The two Spanish niggas went in his pocket, stopped him up, and then other niggas caught him jerking off on the fucking internet. And, his uncle, Santos put the uncle up and tell him he's a fucking slow. So he's been exposed to many things, but he's a young person. You know what I'm saying? He's a young kid, and I know that. And it's like he doesn't learn from his mistakes, though. He keeps on with it. And he playing it like this is like a troll game. And that troll game is okay. It was cool in the beginning, but now you older, means something in life, and he has potential to do things.
But I think that what happened with Bullets, though, from our interview, it seems like he recognizes that he made mistakes in the past, but the internet won't let him forget those certain things.
Oh, he started it. That's what I'm saying. He started it, so now he got to do everything he could to reverse it.
Because what he told me was that he want to be like on the level of like Stephen A., like respected journalist type of level, right?
Yeah,
but
he could.
Because of what happened in the past of, you know, people won't allow him to be taken serious to that extent.
Well, he got to take himself serious first. He got to get that out of his head. He's got to really want to change, and he's got to show that he changed. He's got to go towards that dream of his and make the people's believer. They can make everybody believers that he's a fucking shit talker. He's a troll. Make them believe it now. He's a real one. As far as like he taking his job serious and interview the guys and really work towards that.
Yeah, because I've seen in the comments, right? People said like, "Dang man, like you really do know your hip hop, and when you on it like this, we rock with you. But it's the other stuff that we don't like that you did, you know." And I think that
you follow you're a follower to anybody just to get the views. You show that, you know what I'm saying? You're not built like that when they stepped up to you. You know, you cop leads, you show that, you know, you say the worst thing about somebody just to get them back and you're angry about them. And you'll bring everybody along with you because you start fucking telling on people. So it's a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying? If he wants to change, he has to change from himself first, inside out, not outside in. They're not going to let you. You already started this shit, and this monster you created is because you created it. So you got to kill that monster, Frankenstein.
Shout out to Bullets, man, because I do think that he has the talent to be able to do it. You know, you just got to be focused on what you really want. Yeah. What did you think of Hollywood Unlocked giving Fat Joe the Culture Award? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that Culture Award.
Yeah, they gave him an award for his contributions to the culture.
Yeah, let him keep getting awards.
No, but wait, this is what he said. This is what he said when he accepted the award, right?
We got to give him the best thievery award. You know, you got to give him the best cock blocking award. You got to give him the best deception award. You know, the best beluga award. You know, the best slimy con artist award. That's what we got to give him.
All right. Well, this is what he said when he accepted the award, right? He said, "I've been fighting for the culture my whole life. Me and Big Pun always tried to preserve the culture and be responsible for the culture and lead everyone the right way. I'm big on loyalty." Wait, hold on. "I'm big on loyalty, and we have to be careful with trends. We have to preserve the culture and celebrate our brothers and sisters. We did 50 years of hip hop, and we can't let no one rewrite history. We started hip hop in the Bronx, blacks and Latinos. Don't let no one tell you differently."
I believe that. That's a great speech. Did he write it? I don't think he wrote it. I think it was written for him. That's what he became. He became that, you know what I'm saying, just does what's best for the camera. Like the presidential debates. Like when they do that, you see them niggas put up a mask and start reading from the prompt. Like, no. That's what they do. From that point, it's going to be easy. From that, he's going to have speeches ruled for him. The best, people got in his career. He has a team. So, yeah, they're going to take care of their product. You know? It's just, product is poison.
But your feelings put aside, right, don't you think that he has contributed to the culture?
Of course, he has contributed to the culture. But he didn't contribute to the ethics of the culture as far as like the main principles of letting other people shine. Putting other people, Latinos. If you're not big on Latinos, why didn't you take the Latino? What happened? Well, you got Pun. You had me. What happened after me? Nobody else came out. But if Fat Joe
can you really count you? Because you didn't get to get put out. No, I mean, but he didn't help you get put out.
Because now that I look back at it, of course, it was a Puerto Rican guy, a Cuban guy. And next it was the Dominican guys, Triple C's. So we had we was unity there. It was a Caribbean connection. It was the Latino connection. And that's what we were striving for. So you fucked that up on your own because you wanted the credit for you. He wanted this. He did all of that to get this moment right. Get awards right now for the culture, be the top dog in the Spanish world and be the top Spanish guy in the hip hop world, be the only Spanish Latino that you respect. That's what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? And it's how, like I said, that's how they look at him through their scope of eyes. They don't get caught up in the details like us. We the details. But he had some positive details, of course, going up in his career, which they recognize. You know, like I said, he went into business with a lot of these CEOs, and they respect him on that level. You know what I'm saying? They don't get caught up with the underneath that. That's where we come in. That's when the relationships come in between his team and him. Things that he did for real, like the actual facts of what made him. We know how he got there. They don't give a fuck how he got there. They just giving him awards because he's dead. That's all.
What do you think about, because if you look at the comments of the post of them talking about the award, right? You see people saying, oh, he's a culture vulture. Why does he get to say the N-word? You know,
I don't think he's a culture vulture. I just think he's who he is.
But what do you think about that now that, like, it's like people have a problem with certain Latinos being able to say the N-word, like where it was acceptable before for Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. And
we got a bad habit. We just got a bad habit, man. And when I came in this country, you know what I'm saying? My black brothers, that's what how they talk. I adapted myself to them.
I know, but through the slave trade,
we got caught with the nigga word. The nigga word is caught up in the language that it's hard to break. You know what I'm saying? Because the love that we got in that word is more love than hate. It's more. I've seen it more examples of that word being used in love than hate.
But wouldn't you say though that the times have changed where it's not acceptable for people to say it unless you're fully black now? Because before it seemed like it was more acceptable, right? For
you're black or you're Spanish like us, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but they're saying it about Spanish people. They're saying if you're not black, you shouldn't say it at all.
No, I believe that's true. That's true through the big spec of things. Yes. But when you're brought up through those channels, those avenues, the ghetto, the hood, the black people, the Spanish people, you know what I'm saying? The Guyanese. You know what I'm saying? The Jamaicans, when we grow up together like that and we got to form each other, as, you know, we got to get along with each other. And we can have the happiness within that little section, which we did. And when I was growing up in the Bronx, it becomes love. So now we go outside that and then we start spreading that and think that we're still there because that is the right approach to do that in. Take that and flip it to love. But now you can't flip that word to love in a major scale. Because now it's going to be too much baggage behind that word.
Yeah, because it seems like when you step outside of New York, people have a problem with that. Or like within the Tri-City, that area, right? Like, because people don't understand it. Because you could also argue that, you know, Puerto Ricans and Cubans, they have African blood through the slave trade.
It's not even all of them. It's where you was raised, really. It's not just because you're Puerto Rican or Cuban, because some motherfuckers in the island are racist fucks.
Right, that's true.
Some niggas is racist fucks. You growing in that environment of New York, the Bronx. That's a melting pot. That's where everybody, gets together, and we live life together, and we share each other like brothers and sisters, and you know what I'm saying, friends and family. And we get caught up in the nigga word. The nigga word is more, like I said, more positive, more of a positive and used word in the hood, where I'm from at least, than it is negative. So we take that with us, and we got the intentions nothing but to cancel that word of the hate it has. So that's what we're trying to do, you know. But I know at the end of the day, that word is bigger than the hood I was raised in. So we know we have to still, take responsibility of knowing that that's a bad word. But it's a bad habit too. I do it all the time. And I hang out with my brothers, my niggas. Like I hang out with they Spanish, Boricua, they white. You know what I'm saying? They every color. And I just call them my niggas too.
No, so but people use it in a hateful way too, though, against people.
Of course. Well, that's what I'm saying. Not where I come from, and my definition of that word is never my hateful.
But what I'm saying, though, is like, Q, I just got done editing our interview, right? Because YouTube wouldn't let me post it. They were saying, "Oh, this is not appropriate language. This is too much." Because literally, when you get mad,
Yeah, because we're opening up to the world now.
but
You
when
got a
you
world.
get
You got
mad,
somebody.
you saying it every 5 seconds with a cuss word. You're like "f this," and it's like literally. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit, and like I said, I'm definitely wrong for that. I'm pay attention to that when I'm talking to you because you're already you're an asshole. So I'm talking to you like I'm on the phone with you, and I talk like that because I'm comfortable.
Right.
But
You're
if I
right.
have to watch my vocabulary and stuff like that, which I probably do, starting to do again. That's I stopped doing a lot of shit too. I'm gonna have to change that up too, and be more clean. I tried the whole Missing Link album. It's no curse words, no derogative shit, and not too much negative word. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to change that subliminally, and I wrote like that, so I could do that speech. You try to get lost because then I'm comfortable with you, and you know that I'm saying that word because my definition is exactly how I just said it.
Right.
It's about love. It's about friendship. It's about more of that than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about Puerto Rican contributions being minimized in hip hop? Years ago, Joe came out and said it was 50-50, right? Recently, KRS...
That's the only thing I agree with him. Right. I agree with him.
Recently, KRS-One came out and said anyone that thinks Puerto Ricans didn't contribute is stupid. Lord Jamar came out and called KRS-One's take BS. MC Shan came out recently and agreed with KRS-One, like he agreed in our interview that I did with him. Now, Tariq Nasheed recently came out with a documentary called Microphone Check, disputing the rumors of Puerto Rican contributions as far as the creation of hip hop.
It's always a divider, man. You see a beautiful thing like hip hop. Come on, that takes culture. You know the Bronx from back in the days. It was Spanish, more Puerto Ricans, and it was blacks all there.
Because KRS-One was saying that it was black FBA, right? Foundational Black Americans with Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans that made hip hop. He said it's those three.
Yeah, I believe him. That's the rhythm of it. That's the swag of it. Caribbean, the hot bloodline, like to dance and party. You know what I'm saying? And the creativeness of being poor. We had nothing. We always was in the same spot, and hip hop created that ventilation, situation where you could vent out and have fun. And like I said, man, poor people invent shit from nothing.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? We come up and we invent shit. That's how we are. When we came up in Cuba, I take my island, for example. They got fucking, bathtubs with fucking Mack truck, fucking motors to get from from Havana to Miami. So people, when you put them together and they work as a team, creating incredible things. And, not everybody just did everything alone. You know what I'm saying? So for the black people, for the Spanish people, because ain't no Spanish people saying they ain't made hip hop ever. So you got this pro-black people that want to say that. Like, I think they're more of a pro-black situation where it's like, okay, they're inspiring their own people, they're black people, but don't take away from it. You know what I'm saying? Unity is what is beautiful about hip hop. There's no color line in hip hop ever. That's why we was all invited to that culture, and that's why the kids enjoyed it, and that's why the kids enjoy it now, because it's like a freedom place where anybody, you spit rhymes, you got the gift, you get the chance to do it, and we enjoy it. And now the world can relate with us. But don't try to separate, man. It's only the greedy motherfuckers in the back and mine, Daffy Duckin'. You know what I'm saying? And this one, Fat Joe's not Daffy Duck this time. That's because he knows he can't say the Spanish niggas made it. But at the end of the day, I agree with him when he says that. There was, I don't know the percentage, but it's definitely a percentage that Latino brothers, helped build the whole hip hop.
So you don't know if it's 50-50, but you would say that there is a large contribution coming from Latinos.
Of course, it was a unity thing. I feel it was a unity, but I would put the percentage at 50%, even if it's 37%. Whatever the minuscule fucking difference is, it's still the percentage. It was Latino people added to hip hop, help build. You know what I'm saying? Shape, mold, sell, distribute, everything. So somebody got mad back there and was like, fuck that. There was a division with somebody, a black and a Spanish motherfucker had an argument from the top players, and them start saying, nah, fuck that. We claim it was ours. And that's when it starts with the Daffy Duck, the being greedy, the trying to exert people from history. And that's what Joe's trying to do to my fucking name. So, of course I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But I believe Latinos definitely was part of the creation of hip hop.
Because I've seen KRS-One videos for a long time now where he talks about Latinos being in New York since the 20s and how they brought back like African culture to remind Americans, like all types of things, like the way that he broke it down, right? Now,
and white people also, the white people was also in the business. Remember, they're the one who got the deals, the CEOs that put the music out.
Right,
there was a lot of
they
people
didn't
involved
create
too.
it though. They didn't create it.
No, they didn't create it. They helped with the movement though.
Right.
Certain white people helped with the movement, definitely. But they didn't create it. Creation was in the streets, which was Spanish and black.
But your man Star from Star Report recently went off on KRS-One and was going in on him saying, "Where's your documentary? Where you goofy?" He went crazy on him though.
Yeah, Star believes that too. But Star be always fucking throwing gasoline on fire. When he don't like somebody, he goes in. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Star, man. Star's a good dude.
Shout out to Star's my bro. I fucking love that brother. I love, he's one of the best that ever did it too. His commentary shit, he take it anywhere. He do it Hot 97, he do it at fucking MTV. He do it from the bottom up again.
It don't matter what he's talking about. People tune in because they love him.
Yeah, because he's a great fucking host.
Right.
He's a great fucking personality. He's talent you can't deny.
He does like streams. He does lives every single day, and I see different topics. It's not even just hip hop. It's about everything.
He do stands for something.
Yeah.
He do stand for something. Regardless, at the end, he got his foundation, and he help for positive change in communities. So behind the scenes. So he's an activist.
Right.
Whether it's solving crime, whatever he does, man, he do something positive for the community and for the hip hop culture, because he gives praise for this culture too. Even though he acts fucking whitish like a motherfucker.
I think I like that he doesn't care about the politics though, because he'll talk about everybody. He says, "I don't give a damn." Like
he's been riding with my situation. He always gives me love.
Yeah.
Always gives me love, and always shows. I met him back in the days. He left this imprint that he always keep it funky with me and always keep it real and defend me. And he knows at the end of the day he follows. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that man a lot, man.
He shouts me out all the time on his platform. He says, "Yo, go to Panda Shop, blah, blah, blah."
He appreciates, and he's a great teacher. He appreciates great journalism.
Right.
He's one of those motherfucking teachers that really came from that student. So he really takes that craft seriously. And if you see his podium, he does it perfectly like you should do it. He runs it like he's one of the top networks. He's on his own fucking website. So that man is he's talented.
And I remember when I spoke to him, I was all like, "Why you do my man Cuban like that with the paperwork?" And he shouted you out. He's all like, "Yo, shout out to Cuban, man."
I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him for nothing. I'm not pointing.
But I was joking with him about it. And then he was like, "Oh, yeah." He's all like, "That wasn't Cuban. It wasn't him." Like he cleared it up and everything too.
Yeah. So it wasn't me throwing the dirt at him. It was nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He took pride in that. He took pride in that. I did that. He was a trailblazer on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I was saying, giving him the props. Like, I didn't fucking put this out. It was you. Right. It was Star. Get that praise to him. So I was throwing it back at him, but they got conflicted with it's like, like I'm trying to throw him under the bus. It's like, never.
Never.
He wanted those props. And at the end of the day, that's the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is that he set it off first with that. So it's not like we was doing funny or in cahoots. It was just what it was. So shout out to Star, man. One of my favorite fucking disc jockeys ever.
Yeah. So I saw you say in Tales from the Bronx that when you guys worked on Don Cartagena and Capital Punishment, like everyone was around helping, right? When it came to your album 24K, very few people came by, and it was like you felt the way about that. You said you understood everyone was getting a deal.
Out of very few people, I expected Pun and Joe to stop by more often than they did. I understood from my brother because he was working on Yeah Baby, and he had his own, different label. But it was my turn to kick in. And Pun gave me a song, gave me a couple of songs. You know what I'm saying? The Toe to Toe, and he gave me the Cheat on Her. So I was happy with Pun. You know what I'm saying? And,
she's gonna cheat on you.
Yeah. So I was happy with him, but not happy because I still wanted him to come to my selfish shit. come upstairs. I got chill. We used to fucking chill in the studio. We had fun. So I was mad on that personal note. Joe was more on the business. Like, yo, my nigga, you come over here every time and you criticize and shit in front of people. Like, you know, when we gonna work for real together? Like that, you know, he used to come with people and show off, like downplaying my shit, and like he's, you know, like top nigga, that, you know, and I can't take that type of shit. So we have arguments in there, but he never came and really sat down and said, yo, let's plot this together. Let's do this movement together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had a lot on his plate. I don't give a fuck because of what happened. So obviously, he didn't really care that I was down with the Terror Squad. I never left Terror Squad. He chose to do that. And that's the reason, you know, he chose to say, oh, we don't need you. So I said, all right, then I'm out. I'd rather do bad by myself. So it's not like I wanted to leave Terror Squad.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I never said to get out of the Terror Squad deal. I never said, yo, I want to leave Terror Squad. It was during the sit down of our meeting in the employee's office that he said those words to me. They said, we don't need you, nigga. Like, he didn't need us. Like,
was that when he called you whack?
Right. After all of that, he said, I don't need you. What the fuck? I said, all right, then. So let me go then. I could do bad on my own. Fuck, that's the reason I'm not even fucking excelling in here, because you feel it a certain way. You're not fucking relating the message to Craig Common, which is Atlantic Records, the nigga who gave me the deal. You're not relating the middleman shit. Again, see, I go back to the middleman. Middleman, they never handle their job. It's like, what the fuck? You put niggas in charge of certain things, and it's like, you're supposed to rep for me. And plus, Joe is more different because I was paying him 20% for being my manager. So I expect him to go and get what, you know, we need to be done. It's for me as an artist. And he wasn't doing that. So that was a beef we had.
That was the meeting where you found out that he was double dipping, or like it was illegal for him to double dip, right?
Carlos Pimentel was my lawyer. Yeah, he said, yo, you double dipping. Yep.
Wow.
And I found out that, what the fuck is that? And I didn't know that. And then he told me, although, I guess he told me, you know, he tried to act like he's not guilty. So he's like, we don't need you. Maybe he said that on that defense because Carlos blew up his spot on a double dipping. And he said that to me. So I said, yo, for that, then I want to get out the contract then. For what? I could do bad by myself. I'm doing here, and you feel this way about me, that you don't need me? What kind of fucking relationship is that to have with your manager? You don't need me. You're supposed to say you need me because I'm paying you 20%. You need my money, and you need me to fulfill the Terror Squad legacy that we try to build. Because you love me as an artist and as a fucking friend. So he lost that with me, and he said those words, and I said, all right, then let me go then.
But you felt
That's
like
all.
the same time and care wasn't being put into your project like their projects, right? Where like everyone was there and contributing in some way, even if it's just the energy behind it.
I felt I had a solid project. But it was always me criticizing myself and being like, damn, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like I'm not getting that, yo, your album is fire shit from my niggas. Pun was dead, but Pun was busy with his shit. He'll be like, yeah, I should have you. And they'll go back to his shit. You know what I'm saying? So I expected that Joe, nigga.
Wait, but Joe never commended any of the songs that you had on that album?
Even the best ones, that nigga fucking had something bad to say, some negative shit.
Because you guys ended up doing a video for Still Telling Lies.
With Flowers for the Dead.
And Flowers for the
Still
Dead.
Telling Lies, he was like, yeah, that's how, he liked Still Telling Lies. It's the only one he liked, like that. And then the other ones, the Hey Mama, he had a criticism. I said, like Miyagi, like Mr. Miyagi, mama, like Miyagi. You know, when I did that line, he was, that's his, there's that. Everybody, even MOP loved that song. That nigga Little Fame said, yo, that's the best song I ever heard from my mother. And that, you know, Hey Mama. And he got Joe.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit is a tearjerker.
It's a classic song. It's here forever.
Yeah.
Those are the songs I had. Then I had Flowers for the Dead. And when Pun died, the label said that dedicate the song to Pun. So I had to change a little couple of words in there. Like I said, I had my brother's name. And then he was like, he had a problem with that being the first single. Because Atlantic loved that record before even Pun died. And then he had a problem. You're not gonna sell your first. I'm not gonna bank off you talking about Pun. Like I'm using Pun to become like a superstar, I guess, or something. Like he trying to make that division up. Like he's not gonna let me as an artist come out through Terror Squad using Pun and Pun's funeral death to benefit me. I was like, what? That was the mind of this nigga. So those shits already made me feel like this nigga don't want the best for me. And you know,
Why did Still
just the
Telling
way.
Lies never get like the respect that it deserved? Because that record is fire. And that was like an early Neptunes too.
Yeah. It's a promotion. The marketing niggas was busy. Joe was busy with the Ruckus. Remember the Rucker?
Right.
The basketball game shit they had with Jay-Z. He was busy more than that than my album. He was doing that. He was thinking he's a coach now for the basketball. He became coach after he got his Terrence Card deal, and the niggas gave him $10 million. He wants to be the coach now out there for himself, like, instead of helping the fucking. I expected him to give me his professional criticism, not no personal bullshit up. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit, just to start arguments. And that's what he was doing. Because he wanted to go first. He wanted to skip my turn, and come out with his loyalty album. So I knew it was business. After a while, I thought, we had that brotherhood where it's like, he already told me, promised me, that's my turn. So if it's my turn, why you not taking your time to really do the Cuban link shit? You know what I'm saying? Why is that the street team is not like we have for Pun and you? Why? So it was lacking a lot of things. And that was his focus wasn't on me.
Right.
And it's easy it's fucked up. I had to go through that, but I noticed it. I yelled about it. I picked it, and I told him, yo, my nigga, you're not taking. And he kept on. Like it was deliberately. That he was doing this deliberately now. And then I started catching on when, okay, after my situation, I broke out. And then I seen the same things happen with Tony, with Armageddon. All them niggas never came out.
Mm-hmm.
I knew they was playing the game of the business. Oh, let me get these niggas a deal. I used up the budget. Then I'll make an excuse. Oh, don't worry. He's not coming out. He's not ready. That's what he did over and over. That's how he got motherfucking money.
That's what I remember. I told you at the end of Terror Squadians, right? Off of Don Cartagena, they have that little skit about, yo, when's Armageddon coming now? And he's all like, everybody gotta wait their turn, it's not ready, but he coming. And it's like, how many years has it been since that album and still no album? That's crazy.
But
wow.
like I said, things happen for a reason, and I got off that label for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I got that point, that little scheme that he was doing within the labels and him, because he was the middleman and taking money from them niggas, finder's fee and fucking label deals, and all this extra money was coming from the labels that he was fucking jerking.
But yet you're the reason why he lost his $10 million deal, remember?
Oh, yeah. Not the reason that he stole from all the fucking labels. Because he had Fun and Loud. He had a whole different budget from that. And that budget was big. You know what I'm saying? The second budget Bun got, that was the millions of dollar one. You know what I'm saying? That he really ate off. Then he got his $10 million from Atlantic Records from me, from the deal he made with me. So this nigga was taken up. And we wasn't even complaining about the cake. But it's just the way I seen the greed was. They tried to give me fucking $200 for a fucking Terror Squad show. And I was like, nigga, you got that money back in his face. So I was just not the guy to be played with like that after a while. That's why, it mounted it up. Because he was doing funny shit with the business.
After you got sliced and pushed out of Jimmy's, right? You said you saw Armageddon and he looked shocked, saying what happened. Your initial reaction was to rock him, but his reaction made you believe he had nothing to do with it. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, he just had a face like he didn't know that happened. It was just surprised as me. I was the one like looking for something in his face to tell me something else. Like, like something that made me resemble of him thinking, it's good for you or something. But he didn't have that. He was shocked, surprised. Oh, shit. And he really got on it like that. So I believed him. But yeah, later on, I had a little...
Wait, before we get into that. So he didn't help take you to the hospital? It was...
No.
Where did he go when Remy came and got you?
He went, he started like screaming. And he went that way, up to like the entrance part. We was on the side. He went back to the entrance. Yo. He was like losing his marbles a little bit. Maybe could have been an act. Maybe it wasn't. But I felt like, he genuinely felt bad that happened. So I let him go. And then, like I said, I went back to the sidewalk. And Remy pulled up after I did a prayer. I got down on my knees now. Told God forgive me for what I'm about to do. And when he showed up, and I opened my eyes, the nigga Harry from there was a security guard. He saw me. So they all know I got cut. Remy saw me. She said, come on, let's go. She was panicking too, but she was like, who the fuck did that? She was on some G shit, and she took us straight to the hospital.
So when she's driving you, what are you telling her?
Some niggas called me, fat nigga, I had a fight with Joe, niggas swung on me. It's the story.
So she was surprised, obviously, that you and Joe got into a fight?
It was like in all odds, yeah. She didn't know nothing. Because me and Remy was in good terms at that time. I remember she had a problem with Joe on the side of Jimmy's, and Joe snuffed one of her mans, one of her people's. And I got in between that. I said, Joe, what you doing, my nigga? I stopped the fight. Joe was mad at me because I stopped the fight.
Why did they have a problem?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know you snuffed one of her men.
Like her boyfriend or just her friend?
No. One of her friends that used to rock with her. Maybe he got loose with the lips. I don't know. But that nigga was dazed. I got in between them and said, chill, Joe. Because Remy was in his face. You stupid nigga. You know, so you want to swing on my peoples. And I got in between that. I separated.
Wait, he got into Remy's face?
She got in his face.
Oh, wow.
Remy got in his face. All right, you want to do that to my peoples? He was like that. I was like, yo, chill. And I stopped Joe from, stop pounding him out. He found him out. So I stopped Joe from him.
How long would you say this was before the Jimmy's incident happens with you?
Probably like 3-4 months.
Oh, wow. Okay. So she drops you off at the hospital or she stays with you?
I think she stood with me. I don't know. I can't remember that part. I got stitched up. I told you. 2 cops was in there interrogating me. I was like, I don't know who did it. The doctors did it. Kept on. We know who did it. I don't know who did it. They were stitching me up. I got out. I think my wife came to pick me up at the time. And Rem was still out there. Maybe I'll give her a hug or whatever. I'll tell her what's going on with my wife. That's it. It happened like at 2 in the morning. 2 or 3 in the morning. Friday the 13th, though.
Wow. Yeah. So you were going in about a situation with Armageddon?
Oh, no, I'm just going to say, me and Armageddon had a little problems, too. He got on the song. I think it was Fat Joe's Loyalty album. He said some shit that rubbed me the wrong way. Like, he was talking shit about me. And I caught him in after liquor spot. 187 in Broadway. In Manhattan. But I always go get my Henny for the parties to start. And I seen him there one day, and I was after that situation, and I grabbed him up. As soon as I seen him, I walked in the store, he was there. I was like, oh, you here? I grabbed, what's up, you talking about? What's up with that you was talking about? I grabbed him up, and I launched him through the door of the grocery store. The niggas knew me in there, so I was like, get that shit in the cool out there. And I was locked in, you know what I'm saying? I was strapped that day. I was strapped. I had my 38 on me. And then we got outside. He was like, Q, I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing for you. I was just this, that. And I looked at him. Once again, he made me believe they were saying the truth. So I reached in my hip and I said, yo, you lucky, nigga. You know you was going to get it right now, right? And I looked and I showed him the gun. It was like, no, I know, man, I know. He just left. He came with like 4 niggas in the car. He got 2 bitches in the back of the car. They was like, God, stop it. Like yelling. And I was on my shit. But then Armageddon and me got to be cool again.
Wait, but before we go into that, though, so you threw
him
in
the fucking wait before. You always do this shit.
No, I'm trying to clarify because they're going to want to know, the people in the audience, well, I wish that he had said more details about that. Okay, so you threw him against the door or a window?
Through the door, like through the bodega doors when they open up, and he went through the door. No, it didn't break. It just went backwards because that shit was a loose door. So he went and snapped back all the way back, and then he flew through it. So I pushed him that hard. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he got outside, and I went, started reaching, and what's up now, motherfucker? And he started telling me the story. He was like, it had nothing to do with you, Q. And I took
so the verse that he spit was, you thought it was a subliminal shot to you, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you pull the gun out on him fully, or you were just like showing him it?
Nah, I had him already. I had him like that too. I gripped him up. Then I said, "You lucky, my nigga. You lucky." And I showed him that, like from my waist, He was right here. I guess he lucky. And he looked down, he saw it. He was like, yeah, no doubt, my nigga. You know I got love for you, I said. But don't be doing that bullshit with me. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's Joe's side and ever, but Armageddon always been a cool dude with me. So for him to start talking like that about me, it's like, even this nigga's talking shit about me. I give him love. You know what I'm saying? We was cool. So that got me mad.
And he was Joe's man, right? He came
But
from
he was
Joe.
Joe's man. He was Joe's man. Yeah. But we built a bond. It was cool with me and Armageddon. I love this beats. I love this talent too. Armageddon was not but nice. Like he was nice. You know what I'm saying? At one point he was right there with Pun to me. You know what I'm saying? It was because he was a nigga that was before Pun. So Pun used to always tell me inside, this nigga jealous. I never used to believe him and shit. But he's like, and who wouldn't be fucking like mad a little bit? He comes out of nowhere and takes his fucking turn. Armageddon was supposed to come out. But as you can see, he never came out. That's got to be Phil. I mean, he got a story to tell, man. Only you could tell it. He always defending Joe and saying Joe is not the part of a reason and it's him. That's Joe's fucking, attitude, how he puts it on people. He fucks up your self-morale. You know what I'm saying? He keeps you there, I can't make it. I'm not ready for this. And, that's how he kept Armageddon. But he doesn't see that shit. That's why I say he used to always be depressed. And they used to be balled up in a ball, depressed and then torn. And that's what I said, you know what I'm saying? But he's a talented motherfucker, man. I love Armageddon shit.
So then
later on, we made peace in a little reunion we had, and we had a show with Sick One and everybody out here in Miami and in Orlando, actually. And we chilled, man. We had fun. We drunk. And he was fucking with me for a little bit. And that's it. But he knows the story. They're never vocal. But niggas in there are like in a force field, like they're scared or something. They're scared of Joe. They put the fear in them. They did. I remember Terror Squad niggas used to put the fear in all them niggas. Except me and Pun. They knew better.
Goya showed me a picture of him and Armageddon at one of the shows in Florida, right? And then he said, then the next day he went back to Joe after that show, pretty much.
Probably want to, infiltrate. Maybe he did. I let him in. Doesn't matter. I had a good time with him. We didn't give him too much. We stood right next to each other in a fucking hotel. So we could have did certain things. Nothing. Everything was good.
There was a rumor that Prospect was in a coma at one point, and that's why he stopped rapping.
Yeah, that's why he forgot everything that Cuban Link did for him. That's what happened. And got that coma. It was a car accident, and we was all by his bedside.
What year is this?
Like 98, 99 maybe. 98.
Oh, wow. So this is before even Pun died, and it was still really early on.
Pun went to his bedside. We said a prayer for him, everything, when he was in a coma. He was sedated. We sedated him. So we seen him jump up and down. We used to talk to him. He was flinching and shit. The respirator thing in his nose. Everything. That little kid, come on. I seen that little kid grow. It's the reason that he was in Terror Squad. I had nothing but love for that little kid. That's why man Psycho's fucking cousin and his family. I had nothing but love for them. So I know I did that. Me and Pun, we almost sat at the table with a nigga right there. We went to see him. And,
how long was he in the coma for?
Probably 3, I don't know. I'm not sure, but it was 3 weeks. Less than a month.
Do you know the details of the car crash that led to that?
Yeah, he was with my man Ant. My man Ant from the ranch, because Rich used to be, Prospect used to be from the ranch. He used to hang out with all of us from the ranch. And it was an accident. It was a true accident. I know Ant too. Ant's my man. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude, and they just got to an accident. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was mad at the beginning, thought, that was Joe was mad. I remember he was talking shit about, did this, whatever. Didn't want to blame somebody. But Ant, I knew Ant, and we knew Pun knew Ant. Pun and Ant came to us right there. He was in the hospital with him. Ant said, yo, there was a accident. I don't know what happened. He was nervous as hell. It was fucking, he just got out of an accident. And his man is in the fucking sedated. And he had no blame. It was an accident. You know what I'm saying?
No seatbelt?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, back in the days, he wasn't wearing no seatbelts.
Right.
So, But yeah, I think that's the cause. I think that he caught memory loss after that, because after that, he was like, Joe put him on, and I'm to blame for this. He got into the jealous shit with me. I never been there for the nigga. I didn't, start up his career with me introducing him to Pun, and And to Joe, like, he forgot all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who could have erased that memory. Either accident or fucking Joe telling him some new shit about me or persuading him that way. So once again, I know how Joe does it. And if he does it to niggas
but
that...
TUD showed me a bunch of pictures of you guys together, all three of you guys.
Shout out to TUD. You know?
So like you guys were real tight for a long time though.
We from day one.
Even after the slicing situation.
We day ones. Yeah, but he played neutral during that one too. He came to see me. I saw him. He didn't really come out his way to come see me. That nigga mom was on like, I'm next. They really gassed him that he was next. Joe gassed the nigga to say that I fucked up everything for them. That's how you gassed him up. So Prospect started blaming me because I fucked it up. So if I fucked it up, what happened now? All these years later.
You're talking about in the interview that he did, or are you talking about he told you in person that he felt that way?
Yeah, but he told me in person, like, yo, you the one who fucked it up. I'm saying, what? In the park. And I was like, listen to this nigga, he really thinks that Joe must have gassed this nigga that it was my fault why they didn't come out. That's crazy how you could gas him, because look at all this time that passed. Your album never dropped, nigga. So what happened then? You don't have Cuban to worry about anymore. What happened then? Joe went and became a star still. Why you didn't come out with an album? So that's when Crickets come out. I no validation to that story. But somehow the stupidity of being dumb or just a ball licker of choosing the other side against me to just get rid of Cuban Link and try to stop spreading around the hood that it was my fault. Cuban is the hard-headed one. Cuban is the one.
So he didn't say anything after you said that to him? He was just quiet?
Quiet. Me and him arguing on something. Like, we're not arguing, but we get heated. I'll get heated. Right. But he argues like a shorty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he starts snapping in between the arguments, and now he made me smile, and we just like, yeah, you're an asshole. You're a dick. And we don't want to really do that shit in front of our people. But, yeah, he had my vein up. And I was more of an older nigga in my mind. Like, I feel sorry for him that you think that way. Like, your mind got eaten up. And you're too stupid to realize it. But that's the way it is. You know, I'm not going to keep on wasting my energy on that. Those are niggas that, they show me who they are. Like I said, they show you who you are. I wouldn't say that if I didn't have that meaning for people. Once they do certain things, they showed me who they are. Because that's an important situation that is a life-changing opportunity for me, for you to be in my life and me be in your life. You made a choice. That's it. You're not ready for this journey with me. And that's all it is. I take it as it comes.
Do you know how long it took for him? Do you know how long it took for him to recover from the coma?
Like a month, couple of months. It was good. He was a little dizzy. You seen a little difference in him. A little, a little more laid back. That could have been weed. But he was a little more energetic before that.
So you once spoke about this incident. I think it was on the Tales from the Bronx, right? Where you got, after the slicing incident, you went in front of Joe's building and waited with 2 guns and he never came out.
Wish I never said that one, but yeah, those are things that happen personal, I was mad. And that's after I got the lawyers and the desist and gag order on me I knew that. That was after that. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably a lot of niggas back then who wanted to get Joe. I think I parked behind other niggas I wanted to get him.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because I heard lies that did the same thing too. So, you know what I'm saying? And so.
No, that was a rumor. She
didn't
say it.
Nikki said that shit.
Yeah, someone else said that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They said the same side of the story. So, yeah, we was mad, and you know what I'm saying? It was a personal situation, so it was between me and him. I knew
it was just you by yourself?
Of course, it's just me by myself. Not nobody else. Fuck is gonna be? I can't trust nobody. I never trust nobody. I would have been fucking got somebody else to do it for me if that was the kind of nigga. I'm not that type of nigga.
But don't you think that was a divine intervention kind of situation?
Of course,
that he didn't come out.
It was a lot of times like that, man. A lot of times where, like I told you stories of where we met and we've seen each other later after that. It could have been really wrong. Like, it really went the wrong way. And it was real situations. You know what I'm saying? Niggas pulling out guns and niggas fucking almost fighting and niggas, looking eye to eye and niggas almost had him with the stick. And nigga copping pleas, all of that. So it was a lot of situations we could have been in trouble.
But yet people always say, like, you know where Joe really at. If you really want to get him, you can get him.
Okay, we did this. I was just watching an interview. I already seen that. I answered this already. Stop.
What?
We answered this already. We did this. Remember? Oh, you know where fucking Uptown is at, and why don't you just go?
Right. No, I'm just saying
no,
though.
We're not gonna do that.
But what I'm saying is that you have done it before, but people try to be like.
But that's the thing for people to know, though. I said that. Yeah. Like I said, I feel bad for even saying that. Because they, you know what I'm saying? They know my intentions at the time. And I think that would have been anybody's intention. But me, I'm off the cuff. So I say it. And that was true. But, you know, I was done. I learned my lesson, you know what I'm saying? God, of course, intervened with that for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't for me to do that. So I learned my lesson. And I know it. I got back on my horse and tried to do the music shit. And here goes the blocking. And he's tempting again for me to have that visit with him. You know what I'm saying? But I have to keep my composure because it's deeper than everything. We're in front of the cameras. We're artists. We're known. It's not something like, you know, it gets to the point of, yo, this nigga is doing the bully shit. And the only way to stop it is this way. You know, it gets to that point. And it's like, yo, he doesn't even understand. But he pushes the line. He pushes the line. And I think it's not even pushing the line. I think that nigga is just, his conscience is that fear. He got that fear of me getting to be successful and me doing the same thing to him and shitting on him and saying the truth that I say. So he's afraid of that. So he has to do it in his mind. He has to, by any means necessary, don't let me get to the top. It's arch rivalship. You know, that's how I see that he's playing. Because even when I stop for a minute and I let it go, he comes back and he still has me on his mind. Yeah, I don't see that shit, but I do. And it's not my mind playing tricks on me. You know what I'm saying? I know. I show you fucking examples of why. So, you know, it is like that. And it always will be like that, I guess. Unless he mans up. Like I said, all you gotta do is confess. That's not gonna happen.
I saw in your interview with Queen's Flip, you said that Jimmy's was 100% your fault.
Yeah, because I looked for it too. I went in there. Even though it was, I was invited by Angie Martinez, I went there, but I also knew that something, this nigga's not feeling a certain way about me, you know what I'm saying? Joe's feeling, you know, we got a little beef with it. So I could have did my thing, but then even after I got off the stage with Angie, I went back to the Terror Squad session. But in my mind, these are my people from the streets. So these are my niggas. So if I'm not on the label, still my nigga, man. I'm saying still my nigga, and you know we got enough respect not to disrespect nobody in front of people, and it was that. So I kind of, if you look back at it, like why did I have to go back there and chill and mingle for a while? That's just Cuban is. I wanted to find out regardless because I didn't know all this fucking little secrecy between contracts and all that shit. You know, you still my niggas. Like we got a life beyond rap, and we know each other from the block. So it's that type of relationship I have with them. And most of them niggas, like I said, was still cool with me and everything. They said what's up and everything. It just, nigga Joe did the bullshit side creep and started with some kids. You know what I'm saying? So he started that shit from that side. That's why it took me off guard for that moment. And that's when it happened. So.
Do you ever wonder what would things be like if that never happened? Like maybe you guys would have gotten back together?
I'm not living in dreamland. Reality is reality. It happened.
But it never crosses your mind like, what if?
Nah, because that's already done. It's an action that was done. It's a punctuation mark to something that ended indefinitely. You understand? So I don't look beyond that period. That period is over there. I'm moving on. And now it's how to move after this. Now it's finding out the pieces. You know, damn. You know, it's like my whole circle too, but I brought them in with us. So now my whole circle is within them too, within Joe's peoples too. So now it's like, who are the fucking ones that, you know, I only know how to do this the way we was taught, you know, since I come from that camp. You know what I'm saying? So I got to move a certain way now. I'm by myself. After a while, they was dropping me like flies. Like I told you, AGs, the connections, the even personal friends, they was like staying away from me. I seen it. So that's a bigger lesson to learn. Like, who's going to be by your side when you go through the bullshit? Certain niggas stayed, and I kept on moving. And even those niggas that I kept on moving with later on would be, you know, sellouts too. They sell out for, you know, because they wasn't in it because of the friendship or the love they had for me. Or they want the best for me. They was in it because they wanted the spot like I had. They wanted to chase, they wanted to be where I was at. They wanted me to be the ones to take them out of there and then do some foul shit later on. So, that's why the slow motion took on, and a lot of fucking monkey wrenches got in the way, on the way of that. They stopped a lot of money. Joe stopped a lot of money when that happened. I had a tour I was already booked. I was supposed to do like a month. And I was charging at that time $12,000 a show and booked every day. So you do that job. And I gave that nigga Joe money. I did like fucking $800,000 off the streets without a fucking single coming out. So I made Joe 20% of that. That's like over $200,000. So I put money in his pocket. So for nigga not to give me at least those numbers that are facts, Gilly knows those numbers. Gilly knows those numbers. Gilly never set those numbers. That's what I told him to say to you. Like, explain how, all that shit that was happening. He knows about how they used to take money from the label. Gilly knows that. So I don't say shit. I don't blow smoke up nobody ass. When I say it, I know, because I know. But Gilly knows too. It's not that he told me. I saw it, but he saw it too. He was the road manager. He was an inside family nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And these niggas don't step up and say what the fuck they need to say. They act like they do. They act like, oh yeah, you're my back, my brother. Nigga, all right. So, it becomes a period for everybody except me, that they did it to themselves. And I got reasons to. I don't do it for no reason, paranoid or, this, that, I'm doing foul shit. No, they doing some funny shit. And I'd rather catch you like that before I really become enemies with you. Stay away from me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because my ideals is not working with yours. My plan is not your plan. You got a different plan. My plan involves everybody. Like I showed you already, I bring everybody with me when my plan comes together. But their plans, when they get on or they do things, them niggas move by themselves. They don't take Cuban. So I get tired of that. So that's why I'm moving by myself now. I know I have to learn this journey's for me only. You know what I'm saying? And my love of music. That's all.
What is your favorite Big Pun song? Beware, right?
Yeah, Beware.
Okay. Why is Beware your favorite Big Pun song?
It's just the feeling of it. The church, the bell, the dong, dong. It's the beat is incredible to me. It's the roughest ass beat, rugged ass beat. It's Pun for real. I picture Pun like a superhero walking, stomping to the ground, making tracks on the ground, like bum, bum, bum. You know what I'm saying? And him just fucking beating up destroying everything in his path with his lyrics. I see him like that. You know what I'm saying? And
shout out to Juju for that beat, man.
Oh, yeah.
Beat's crazy.
Beware.
What is your favorite song that you guys did together? You
Toe
and
to toe.
Pun.
Toe to toe.
That beat is crazy too. Who produced that one?
That was a mixtape type shit. They took the beats from the Roots. That was the beat that the Roots used. The group, the Roots. And then I took of course, the Tony Montana from Godfather Part 3 from Mobb Deep. And we put them together. It was my idea for those both beats. Because he gave me the right away. He said, you just pick the beats. I said, I'll put it together. Went to the studio while he was doing Capital Punishment. And I took the engineer in the other room and I told him, put these two beats together. And I had it set up. So when he came in the studio the next time, we already had, we was going back to back on it. So, yeah, that was one of our favorites. And that's before they did Twins. Twins copied from that. Like, Joe wanted to make something to the effect of how I did toe to toe with Pun. And that was naturally me and him because we used to go to the boxing.
You lying? No, for real? So
yeah,
he got
real.
the inspiration from listening to that?
Yeah.
What was his reaction when he heard toe to toe?
He hated it again because now the label loves it. The label wanted to push it as a white label to the streets to get the buzz for Pun. But he was going to be promoting me too. So now he's seeing the off the books. Now he's seeing toe to toe. Now he's seeing the Veronica. That nigga was like, I wasn't signed to him yet.
You so still were not signed at this time, and that's 3 songs right there.
Well, because he wasn't shopping my deal. Remember, I was waiting for nigga Joe to go to the labels and start shopping my deal because I know niggas was talking about me. Like after Off the Books, Rick Morales from the Source they did an article about me, Cuban Link. That's what they put me in Latin Heat or something about Latin Soul, whatever that magazine was. And they have Pun with the Puerto Rican flag there, but they had a little inside the magazine in the page. They had my article, Cuban Link, also coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting that coverage, but Joe wasn't shopping me to no labels until Off the Books took off. Until Off the Books took off, like really took off, and then he got the bird. Yo, niggas want to get a nigga a deal. That's when he started, you know what I'm saying, changing shit. But I already had Toe to Toe. I already had the Veronica record. I already had Off the Books. That's when niggas started, you know, then it clicked in his head. Oh, yo, you know, he came to see me with the papers, the contracts. And he told me, and I was like, yeah.
You know, people in the comments were saying that you should have never signed with them. You should have went to a different
My
label.
loyalty, but again, that was loyalty. It was all crew. We rocked it together from the scratch up. You know what I'm saying? Like we brought everybody with us. So it was more of a family to us, to me.
Well, because they were saying that with you seeing his reaction when he heard Off the Books the first time and getting mad that you were on it, you should have already known.
Those are things I had to go through. The hate from Joe, I knew that, but I'm not gonna risk the whole team now because we got a good thing going here. So you know, I got to play my position where I got to take some of this shit. I just, you know, wait for that nigga one day maybe say, yo, yeah, you're a good nigga. He's a real nigga. He's my bro too. So I was doing that more, trying to convince him. Pun wanted us to convince him. So we just did that.
Do you ever think about how Pun feels today, looking down?
Yeah, I feel as mad as me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You don't ask me a question like that. I know my brother more than Liza, I think, at sometimes.
Well, then tell us, how do you think he feels?
I know him more than Liza. That's his wife, man. So I know exactly what he would do. Me and that nigga used to look at each other and know what we was thinking. You tell me how he would. Come on, man. That nigga Joe left his family for dead. I was just watching a documentary yesterday. Fun Legacy. You can see pictures of my brother in the pool with his kids, with his wife, kissing them, loving them, seeing how much he loves his kids. If you go to Legacy, check it out. Big Pun, Legacy.
No, I know. I've seen it.
You see him when he's in the pool, he chill with his son, the pictures of his kids, how he felt about his family. So if he passes away, why is supposed to fake twin dads? Make sure them kids go through hell again after their father fought for everything, for them not to go through what he did and to be in a better spot financially than he was. So that's the job of a twin, to fucking make sure of that. And don't blame it on the mother.
Well, what do you think about the people that argue like, oh, how long is he supposed to do that for? Eventually, they're supposed to find their own way.
No, he not should do that. He should do that just given the proceeds that Pun earned. His rightful cut that he earned. Not that he gave him money out of his pocket. Nobody said that. Just give him the money that he's earned and his earnings after he passes away, when his songs get played on the radio. Where anything that goes to Pun, you know, you take a percentage of it, of course, because you're managing it, but you give the family what the fuck if their father earned. That's all it was asking. That's not wrong. That's fucking legal. The shit that he did is illegal. That's why he got sued. And he found out that he took more than $4 million from Pun. That's why. It's not that he was coming out his pocket all along. I got to take care of these people. No, nigga, you're supposed to just give the fucking family what their father and their husband made.
Well, remember though that he was saying though that he gave $1 million for like the salon and shit like that.
He didn't give a shit, my nigga. We already know.
He gave money other times.
Lies already fucking answered. Come on, Lies already said the nigga gave me $60 to buy fucking Remy and Tony Sunshine off the label. $60,000. He bought fucking he bought Remy and Tony Sunshine out of their label, Foundation Records, which was Pun's that he left behind.
I thought that Remy gave the money to Joe, and
that's what she
Joe
said.
never
Nobody
gave
knows
it.
That. That's what she said. I don't know about that. That. And it was worse if she gave the money to Joe and Liza never received it. That means he stole that money from Liza, from the kids. Right. So why is Remy still doing over there if he knows she did that? Come on, man. You got to use your fucking senses, you know. I feel like, you know. Anyway, all that I don't believe. So you know, tell them to try again with a better one. That's what a liar does. It starts making up shit, new shit up, and start changing the past stories. I never change my story. My shit is the truth. So those are the things that I get fucking. You know, when I think of them, I get fucking Like, I can't believe this nigga got away with that type of fucking robbery, a murder. You know what I'm saying? And all this shit. So that's why I feel it's unfair sometimes. Because it's like you rewarding the fucking bitch ass nigga, the dirty nigga, the nigga who stole. But that's the game, I guess, you know? And that's a fight for my brother too. What do you think, that he passed away? I'm not gonna fight for him though? That was my brother for real. You know, I'm telling you that because I'm still here fighting for him. Regardless of everybody fell away from me. I'm not just fighting for myself, I'm fighting for my brother too. Think Pun would be happy if he was here. You crazy? Pun would have shot everybody up already. And I would have been with him. But at least I had somebody that trust like him. He give me my back like I give him my back. Other niggas, they ain't worthy of that. They showed me that. So that's why I can't build a bond with niggas like that, because they ain't built like Pun worthy. You say when you only get one kind of friend like that, a lifetime. So, my man, my brother, he went too soon to me. But destiny's destiny. I still got to be here and represent for both of us, in a way. And for those I love, that love me. So that's how I carry it.
Has the pain of losing him softened over the years, or you still feel it the same intensity?
You never lose no pain. The pain is always going to be there, but the pain also shows you the love you have. Where that pain is gone is when I know I ain't shit no more. That pain's supposed to always be here.
I guess I mean more like, are you able to cope with it more?
Of course you get cope. You can cope with anything. You got to be a warrior. You got to get over fucking situations, the worst. You know what I'm saying?
So do you ever cry about it still?
Of course I do. Of course I do. Of course I do when I think of my brother. It's my first day I spent, my first year, bringing in the year that I spent in Miami. Capri was actually DJing our party. And that was my man, Jason Norris, rest in peace. That was the first year that 2001. No, yeah, they turned into 2001. I went to Miami. I spent the New Year's out there. And I was in the middle of a club, crying like a baby. Because my brother wasn't here. I turned around, looked at everybody, and I took myself. I was bad people. It was it was a New Year's party. And I was by myself, and I was like, damn, man, my brother, you know what I'm saying? I started thinking that. Whatever, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no celebrity nigga that I met. That was my brother. From the fucking tomb to the womb.
What is your favorite Fat Joe song ever?
Nice, dog. Nice. Like, you bring my brother into this fat nigga, the evil twin who robbed him. Nice way and segue here, you fuck. They try to give me a bipolar fucking attack here?
No, not at all.
This nigga here. I'm gonna be sad and out of nowhere. I hate this nigga. You ain't shit. You're turning bad. You turning bad on me. My favorite song is "This Shit Is Real."
Shit is real. Okay. What is your favorite song that you've done with him?
We only did one.
What?
Oh, really? Two?
No, I mean like the Terror Squad songs.
No. Yeah, but not me and him. I said the only song me and him did together is like back and forth is the bait shit. Why me? On my night got the beat. So that's the only one me and him did like one on one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was cool. Even though he didn't rock about the topic, but he almost fucked that one up.
What was the name of that movie that you guys were in together? I forget.
Bait. Oh.
The one with the
bucket, yeah.
You know what I'm talking
about? Blazing.
There we go, Blazing. Yeah. What was that experience like filming that?
I was brand new. That was like doing a video. Like I cried over Angie. Angie, she was dead. They killed her, and I had to grab her on the floor and go, yeah. I forgot the name of her character, but I did that old last scene. I had her in my arms and shit. She was dead. It was cool, man. It was fun. Everything we did back in the days together, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I loved all that teamwork shit. I loved it.
All right, Q. We're going to end the interview here.
Yeah, get the fuck out. But, yeah, you already know, man. See, okay. Expect the best coming in the way. It's coming, man. Missing Link is coming. We're still in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it fixed. But he was never broken. It was just other motherfuckers misspoken about the bro. Bah! Holla at your boy, man. It's Cuban Link, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Love y'all. And, you know what I'm saying? Those that hate me, I still love y'all.